Okay, folks, we are live, and some familiar faces here. Myself, Rob Barrington, bringing you the live action, but right next to me, Gavin Wolpert, and next to him, Bronia Jenkins, and we are live from San Francisco on a 15-minute delay from the action. We're going to start bringing you some of the SOLOWAY. Welcome, lady and gentlemen. What's going on, guys?
It's very exciting over here in San Francisco. First thing I want to show you guys is this is our little gift for every player. And it's actually quite cold in San Francisco, so this is turning out to be quite useful. So if you're playing in this NABC and you haven't gone to get your hat, and I'm trying to figure out how to do the camera thing, obviously. It's like a backwards thing. If you haven't gone to get your hat, go get your hat because it's pretty cute.
Very nice. And so far, so good for you, Bronia?
Everything's great so far, yeah. It's a
Gavin,
great
your
city.
team has qualified and is playing in the round of 32. And
We're down a little bit at the half, but the cut yesterday, and the SOLOWAY is the hardest event in my opinion to make the round of 32. You got to get through the Swiss of like 90 odd teams, and they cut down to 32 in 2 days. And it's a Swiss teams, and normally in Swiss teams you lose a match, and you're like, okay, we get an easier draw. That doesn't work like that in the SOLOWAY. You lose a match and you're playing another really good team. So it really adds up quickly.
And we saw a couple big teams already out of the event. Fleischer gone and Zimmerman gone as well, right outside of the Swiss. So
yeah, it's exactly that. You're cutting 2/3 of the field. There's going to be some great teams that get knocked out.
Why does Fleischer say, were they on the thing?
Sorry, it wasn't Fleischer. It was, I keep saying Fleischer because it was Joe and Brad with, what?
You're right.
They're on
Rubenstein.
Rubenstein, thank you very much.
I was just saying, like, Fleischer's gone, but yet they're on the, on the chart.
Yet they're on the chart and doing quite well, possibly. I don't know. I haven't even seen them on
Marty,
there.
We're sorry, Marty.
Yeah,
we
Marty,
love you,
you're
Marty.
still there. You're beating Wildowski by 26. But here is the 32 remaining teams, and there are some surprises right here. The big one right now at the top, Nickel, currently down on the screen. And honestly, if we get to our play screen, ladies and gents, they're down about 16 at this point. And we're looking, we think the names might be wrong. I think Nickel and Cats are north-south here, and the east-west players are from the Silicki team. And at the other table, we have, the opposite of what we're seeing here. So we think Levin and Weinstein and Nickel and Cats are playing. We're just not sure if they're the correct names on here. But here's the action right now. Looks like they're both playing board 10. And it's a 13-imp margin to Silicki at this point.
So we've got some exciting people in the room. I'm going to switch seats with Josh. So Josh, come on over. Take my seat.
Jadon coming in, and we just wanted to have Bronia here to kick off the festivities. And she will be back throughout the week, folks.
I'm sure I'll be back. Exactly. All right, so welcome, Jadon.
And don't forget your hats, and also don't forget Bridge Mania tonight. If you're at 8:30 p.m.
Sure.
You might as well get a gift for
I'm really happy to know that the hats are available. I've been needing a hat. My little walk across.
Okay. I think that's enough of that now that I see it.
And Jadon, just get your microphone right in front of you, and we will watch the action. What do you guys think? Do you like the other table up on the screen? Do you want to see both tables, or do you want to just see one piece of the action?
Me personally, I can only really focus on one table. It can be up in the corner. I'm sure that some viewers are going to get distracted or not distracted, but be happy with the distraction of the other table. Okay. But if we're talking about one table, it's very hard to discuss two tables at the same time.
We will keep it there for now and take a look at when a club by East, and this looks like a potential strong club for this pair. That's what the alert is potentially. And one hard overcall, pass a spade, double.
Could it be a Polish club? They have Polish names.
Interesting.
I actually don't think it's a strong club. I just from West's action. Oh, West could have been passing for penalty.
It says it's Polish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And West passes with this big hand, right? Where he's going for blood, it looks like.
Yeah, right.
Interesting.
So East makes a takeout double of hearts and spades. That's kind of ideal with that East hand. His opponents is bid hearts and spades, and he's bringing both minors into the picture.
Yeah, you did hit pay dirt tonight when you logged on. Jadon, Gavin Wolpert, and, lowly old me with a cold. Sorry, guys.
This kind of brings me back to all the online stuff during COVID.
Babs was one of the attendees also, so this is a blast from the past for sure.
Yeah, so West had a weird bid. So over East takeout double, West didn't. I mean, they won a big clubs. I guess they wanted to make a forcing bid first. This two hearts said, I have hearts stopped, and I want to make a forcing bid. And East said, okay, you have hearts stopped. Well, I have spades stopped. Let's try no trump. And West said, okay, let's play 3-no. It seems as though 5 clubs may have been a better spot, but they're going to be fine. They're definitely going to be fine here in 3-0.
Yeah, it looks at a glance like a heart lead would hurt it, but the hearts are a little bit blocked, and they're leading a spade anyway. But there was no way to, even on a low heart lead, set up 4 heart tricks immediately to go with the club.
Yeah, even when they get in with clubs, because they can just duck twice, and North is,
Yeah, what happens is it goes low heart, and you play low, and they win the jack, and it goes 9. And now they can play the 8, which looks good. The 8 would force the ace, but if South lets the 8 stay high,
just go
then they can just let
ducky-do.
it win, and
Yep.
then they don't have the communication. They
Very
do
nice.
still need to solve the club suit. It is more normal to play ace of clubs and a club towards the queen 10.
Especially because of entries, too.
Yeah,
You can't
right.
get to dummy enough times to finesse it twice through North, right?
Yes.
I mean, you could, but you don't want to use up your ace of hearts for that sort of thing.
Other table, just a quick glance on your upper right, folks, for those of you that are a little ADD, or sorry, not ADD, ADHD, is that what it is?
Well, it depends what you mean.
You want to concentrate on many things at once. There it is. They're in 5 clubs, it looks like, at the other table.
They had a natural auction there. You see, when a club natural, a heart overcall, and West raised to 2 clubs. He did not go for penalties with ace 5 of hearts. And I agree with that. Both the club fit and the fact that the heart spots, this ace 7, 6, 4, like those are not good spots to go after them at the 1 level. It's very likely you're not going to take a second or third heart trick with those small. It's a little scary. Like sometimes they'll have king, queen, jack, 10, 9, 6, and they're going to be able to knock out your ace and pull all your trumps. So it's not the right hand to go for penalties. And also you have a fit for partners opening bid suit. So that's another thing that really, really makes going for them at the 1 level not a great idea.
It's true. I want to point out also it would be a mistake for West to bid 1 no trump, which some people might do with the singleton spade. You can always get to no trump later, but it's not a good description of West's hand. 2 clubs
good call.
looks definitely right.
I also don't mind pass. The thing about passing is, well, you do have a pretty good hand with 8 points, but you know that the auction is unlikely to end when you pass. It's very likely partner's going to reopen double. So you could then bid clubs. So the question is, do you have the kind of hand that wants to show constructive values by raising clubs right away, or do you want to just show a slightly worse hand? I think bidding right away is the right approach. Bidding 2 clubs right away is the right bid.
And that was the approach we saw at the other table, actually. That correct? Yeah.
Yeah, so
There
when
we
they
go.
did bid 2 clubs, North still got in there with their spade suit with king jack 6. They didn't have a great hand, but I think they just felt like we need to introduce this suit, king jack 6, and East then bid 3 diamonds, which was they were East once East heard that their partner had a 2 club raise, they were pretty much headed to game. They don't have that many losers in their hand, so there's a good chance so that's why they bid 3 diamonds, kind of committing to game. And then when West bid 4 clubs, they were like, okay.
And even more so with spades bid on their right. They were going to game for sure with ace queen 10 of
Ace, queen,
spades.
10, yeah. Very cool. All right, so let's stay here, folks. Looks like 5 more boards after this, right? They play 15. We will take a short break with them as they continue to play, and then we will bring you the full last segment with a variety of people. Gavin's going to compare with his team at some point. Jay Don is here. We have people just waiting to come in and commentate, so, I'm glad we're here with you guys first. That's why we have the A-team here immediately. Josh, what did you play today?
I'm in the Soloway. I'll let my team compare without me. We send a text at the end to say how the comparison went.
How are you guys doing? Which team are you here?
We're Bailey. We're down a little at the half, 15 or so.
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
We're in the
Thank
same position. We're also down 15 or 16.
There you go.
I definitely like both of your teams, mainly because you guys are on them, but also because your team, especially Gavin, is exciting because those are players that have been playing quite well, and it's a new construction of the Shuri team. So.
Yeah, they've been on fire. They went back to back in India. They won a national in the fall. They won the WBP. They were first and second in the World Tour Finals. In the spring.
Those 4 Australian guys have done nothing but crush me for like 3 years.
Yeah, us too.
Well,
They
you're
give
not
you
alone.
nothing. They
Yeah.
just give nothing away.
Yeah.
It feels like.
Yeah, it's super solid.
And that's how it's been comparing with them so far these last 3 days too. They've just no bad boards. And
Nice.
Yeah,
and just especially I got to interview Andy and Sartaj, just super gentlemen as well. It's nice to have good people on your team.
It looks like he's kind of just deciding how to play the clubs. So the kind of thought I would be having if I was East figuring out how to play the clubs is, could South be shorting clubs Well, they didn't rebid hearts and they didn't raise spades. That seems pretty unlikely to me right from the get-go. Also, if North has the king jack of spades, South needs most of the other high cards for their overcall, probably. So I think ace in the club is pretty normal here. That's what he's doing.
All right.
And it's just convenient. You're not in dummy anyway, and getting to dummy twice to play them the other way, you really have to feel like that was the right thing to do.
And I'm blocking the club here for completeness here. Just
Yep.
It does look like he can take the rest of the tricks.
Yep.
As long as he... Maybe the rest of the tricks -1.
North can be
diamond
squeezed maybe
becomes-
in diamonds and
They
spades.
would have to be end played, actually. Yeah, North, if East comes back, the last 6 cards with ace, king, 4th of diamonds and queen, 10 of spades, North is going to have to keep all 4 diamonds and the jack small of spades.
Right.
And it actually will be, I'm going to guess it'll be a readout for him because he might just play a spade now and that'll be the end of it. But if he, because that'll give him the queen, 10 of spades. But if he does, in fact, shift to the king of hearts, once he cashes the clubs, at some point North is going to throw a heart away, right? That's going to be that's going to be one of their safe discards. And so then when he plays a heart to the ace and he sees the other heart, he'll just know North doesn't have any more hearts. So they will just kind of know that they can end play him with a diamond to take the spade finesse. Will he be risking his contract?
No, he'll have 9 tricks by then anyway.
there
So
you
it's worth it for the extra scoopage
Yeah.
of an
Because
over trick, just in case,
If
right?
he believes it's likely to be the hand. The problem will be exposing himself to the jack of spades being offside. So maybe he wouldn't do it if it was risking his contract.
Right.
And there's the result shipping in from the other table. They did make exactly 5 clubs, so this will be a slight gain for nickel here.
You can make 660.
Although actually we're not sure if this is nickel.
No, we
This
believe it
is-
will not be for nickel.
It'll be for Salicki.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
exactly.
So he's throwing the 8 of spades, maybe warning his partner against playing a spade if he doesn't have an honor in spades.
Mm.
But it won't really help.
And he has the jack doubled in a heart, so he knows a heart shift is good. too.
Right. Something I tell like students or people a lot is sometimes it's not even about standard or upside down carding. It's just about what suit are you discarding, and you could learn a lot from that. So any spade North discards here would to me sort of imply they don't want a spade, right?
Because they have many options
Right.
outside.
If you wanted it, you would keep them. It's sort of logical.
If it is Levin and Weinstein, they play standard attitude. So
So this is probably nickel and cats. That's the only thing we're having trouble with, folks. The names are kind of bamboozled on us, especially the team names, but we're quite confident that the nickel team is sitting north-south here, and the Salicki team is sitting east-west, and the score is correct, meaning nickel, the team that actually won the Swiss and probably had the most seeding points, or maybe close to it, are down 13 with about a segment and 5 boards left. So proves the skill level of this field. You know, it's anybody's ball game. Win and you're in.
The team we're playing against was winning the Swiss for most of the way until the very end. And they have 2 very young Danish players who seem to be incredibly talented. One's 16 and one's 21.
Oh, wow. I thought you were talking about Larman for a second. But
It's not, but
So this hand just got interesting because now it just changed that whole end play we were just talking about isn't going to happen anymore because he ducked the king of hearts. But now it is going to just be a squeeze, and now North is just going to legitimately get squeezed. Where it'll be now with 5 cards left, or 6 cards left. The ace of hearts will be cashed, or he'll cash the ace of hearts. Oh no, actually, sorry, he plays a heart now. East is going to get squeezed first. If you played a heart right now,
yeah, that's
East
an
was gonna
interesting
get
thing. If he played a heart, the East would have had to pitch not a club winner, so either a diamond or a spade to kill the squeeze. Now he almost can't help but fall into it. I think simplest is you just
Cash
play
the
the queen of spades and the clubs and a diamond to the queen, and when you
There
take
it
your
is.
ace of hearts,
and then he just watches for the jack of spades,
yeah,
and if it doesn't
a lot of
appear,
squeezes you don't really have to count very much. If
Yeah.
you just watch for the jack of spades, either the 10's good by then or it's
Make it
not.
easy.
And if it's not, you hope the diamond's good. There's very little counting that's actually required, although of course you could. Right, so notice he's taking the clubs first, not taking the ace of hearts and dummy, because that's the squeeze card.
Other table looks like they're playing 5 spades, I believe,
Yeah.
on the next board. Interesting. We're about to see some
Looked like slam
fireworks
on
on
a
the
finesse
board.
and
Yeah.
like very, very quick glance.
That was a snap play
I
there.
didn't see
guys.
that. I saw a lot of spades for East West.
Yeah, for sure. I thought for a second it was 5 clubs, but it was another 5. Here it comes. So now it goes ace of hearts. If you see the jack of spades, you pitch a diamond. There it is. Man, they solved it.
That might be
at
a
the
trick ahead
table.
or
Wait, so
something.
nickel won 2 amps. No, that's the team name. It's wrong. Right.
Yeah, exactly. East-West is the Silicky team. So we believe that they're up 15. And yeah, look at this monster here.
Oh, there's not slam on a finesse because there's a club loser.
Right,
which
right.
is
It's 5 on a
club and a
finesse.
diamond.
Yeah. 5
They-
on a losing finesse.
They somehow got pushed to 5. I think North overcalled clubs and South bid 5 clubs. Like a heart 2 clubs, pass 5 clubs, double, and East. had spades
Might this be another Polish club situation, or do they have like normal major suit openings here? How does it work with the Polish club?
I played Polish club for a couple of years recently, but the kind I played I don't think was completely standard.
Got
Some of
okay.
these simple questions I really don't know the answer to. We opened a heart.
With this hand. Got it.
Yeah, actually this one might be kind of borderline. So,
Okay.
Yeah, the way Polish club works is when they open a club, like the old school. I don't know. It's definitely changed over time. Now I know most Poles don't play what was the original Polish club, but the original Polish club was that they open a strong club, but it was a multi-way club. It was either all of your balanced minimums, like 12 to 14 points or 11 to 13 or ish, all of your normal 1 club openers, or 17 plus, 18 plus.
Got it.
At the other table, North made a very light 2 club overcall. I think this might have, for one thing, what do you look for when you're making a light overcall like this? He's not vol. He has a very good suit. And his partner's a passed hand, which means that he won't really hang him. He won't bid 3-no trump or something. It's still not a bid I would necessarily teach or recommend, but those are, I think, the things he looks for when
Here
he
it
does
was. There's what Jadon's talking about right there.
Yeah.
Heart 2 clubs.
So it's not like a standard bid. It's a little light, but being not vol and partner being a passed hand is very important. They're
5
not going
clubs.
to hang you
Pretty-
too badly. And look what it did. It blasted
Pretty
the opponents up to the 5 level.
Mm-hmm. Down 1, by the way. There it is. The result in.
Now South is doubled, so North South do have a chance to be in the auction here.
Yeah.
Going to be a little harder though.
And I apologize, folks. Occasionally I'm muting my microphone so I can cough into my elbow over here. I'm having I'm pretty sure I caught a little bit of a cold from another bridge player on day -1. So
I'm sure the person sitting next to you on the couch is very comforted to hear about this.
Gavin has he has the immune system of Superman. He's going to be fine.
Yeah,
And
I do okay. I used to get sick at nationals, every single nationals, and knock on wood, it's been a while.
see now you dumped your immunity down at least a couple points right there with that statement. I apologize, buddy. I shared an Uber with someone that said they weren't feeling very good. That's my mistake. Welcome, everybody. If you are hopping on into the YouTube, drop a line in the chat like Kelly and Babs there. Say hello to these 2 gentlemen and people you might recognize. Gavin Wolpert right to my, I guess that's my right. Everyone else is left. And Jadon right next to him.
So it's interesting the 5 spades did go down because they really had to get a heart on the table pretty early in the hand because you can throw away one of the 10-7 of hearts from East's hand on the 3rd round of diamonds. So if East was declaring 5 spades, there's only a couple ways they can get that heart through. Either they had to lead a heart on the go, or they had to lead the king of clubs because that would hold the lead and then shift to a heart. So it's impressive that they did beat it. So can we know which one that was? It's weird to lead a heart. So
Let's take a look.
they must have led the king of clubs, which would have been a very, very good lead.
And here it is on your upper right, Gavin, and everyone else. If I can move this forward.
There it is.
was.
King of clubs
King of
lead from
clubs.
king empty.
Wow.
It's a great
Boom.
lead. And
Yeah, and
North
then-
plays the queen. They're signaling
And
for the high
there's
suit.
the heart switch, and there's down 1, folks. Amazing.
That was well done.
That's
This-
not surprising
This
that they're
3-spade
ahead.
bid, does it not look like a bit of an underbid? I would think West would be forcing to game opposite 1 spade.
Yeah. 100%.
Mm.
Yeah.
Unless it's something about Polish club that I'm not aware of. Because he's bidding 4 spades anyway. Maybe the club bid itself convinced him that his partner's hand would fit his better. Like he's playing East for not having wasted club values.
They did get to 4 spades, and this will be a tasty pickup once again for the East-West team, which is Silicky. And that's a bigger lead now for them. Non-vulnerable game swing.
Mm-hmm.
5:40 local time. They started at 3:30. I'm wondering how long I have before.
I can
they
tell you
compare.
that we're on a 15-minute delay. Only 15 this time. So I think maybe.
But basically, they're 2 boards ahead of us.
Yeah, the second table there is through board 12 now, so they're starting board 13. So I think 10, 15 minutes maybe less.
Mm-hmm. There won't be much happening here, and they let a low club anyway.
That's more normal for
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
But at the 5 level, you could see like it's not an uncommon theme that you need to hold the lead and make a shift.
It's not. It's interesting though, because South has an ace on the side. I've usually only thought of that lead when I have like an entryless hand, so maybe I should be doing it more often sometimes.
That was a really impressive board by them, getting straight to 5 clubs, pushing their opponents to 5, and then beating the hand. That's
huge.
Yeah, that's your gift for winning the Swiss is playing against a team that's doing stuff like that. That's brutal.
Well, that's the thing with the Soloway. It's like it's not just on the seeding points. Like you get a lot of tough matchups.
It's 75%
Yeah.
for the result. That's huge, right? And that makes the knockout portion, especially the other rounds, really interesting in this event, as opposed to isn't the spin gold mostly your seeding points /
Only seeding
only
points.
seeding points? Okay.
Kevin, you've won the Soloway, right?
Won the Soloway,
Yeah.
yes.
I've
What-
not done
the
that.
second year it was in, maybe it was with
Yeah,
Johnny
well,
and
so the first year it was here in San Francisco, and we made the semifinals.
Yeah.
And then the second year it was in Austin, but that was multiple years later because of COVID.
yeah.
And we won. Yeah.
So I've not come close. I think I've made the round of 8. But in the first Soloway, my team won the Swiss and then lost the first knockout match to a team that was just doing everything right.
Yep.
I know exactly what that feels like. You
Unfortunately.
think you're going to get some great draw, and there isn't a great draw. Everyone could just kill you,
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing the way bridge. Someone was telling me, I can't even remember what it was. A late year, and they were saying, oh, there were like 8 teams in the Bermuda at that point, and I think they were talking about the 80s or something. And that's amazing now, considering how many teams actually have a chance to win that event as well. It's
gotten bigger and bigger. Yeah.
Bridge is deep right now. There's
Super
so many
deep.
countries that are strong and players that are strong.
Yeah.
It's funny. I was watching somebody talk about basketball, and they were talking about comparing the best players of basketball over time, and they were saying how you've got these rankings of top 75 basketball players, but the reality is current basketball players, even like the low end of the league, are so much better than the best players were a long time ago, that really you could take some players who are like 30th or 50th best now, and they would be the best player by a mile back then. And they were arguing this, that's what they were saying, because they said if you look at like sprinting as an example about how progressively faster the top sprinting times have gone over like it's night and day. And it's a little bit like that in bridge. The game was just at a different level. Now there are so many players that would have just won all the time in the 80s now, like with the current skill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what you're saying is interesting because it's save for like a couple of just exceptional talents. It's completely proven, But you take a certain player like Shaq and put him in today's game, he's probably going to be amazing. But that's like an outlier compared to
the person's argument though was that that a couple current players are definitely better than Jordan.
And just the level of fitness now that you can attain and the training methods, it's so
It's true in bridge. I mean, whoever is like the 250th best player in the world is so freaking good, whoever that is,
Yeah. And that's the amazing part of like really great bridges. You have to be a really, really good bridge player to realize how bad you are compared to the great players.
Yeah, it's basically a contest to try to make the fewest mistakes you can.
Yep.
So they opened 3 spades, and South had a pretty easy 4-spade bid. They might have looked at it for a second to think if there might have been a slam, but not on this hand.
Not surprised about this switch either. If it was ever possibly somehow beatable, you would have had to set up diamond tricks.
Only 12 board matches, right? Is that possible?
15.
Why are we stopping at 12 in all of these view graphs?
Is it possible they don't advance until both tables are done with the prior board for some amount of time?
It is very interesting
For
because
security.
I'm looking at this right now and I have, here we go, board 13 on the way. I
Just
think
in
that
time.
might be exactly what happened.
That
I
might
think
be
maybe
the
we're
last board that I'll
This
watch.
one looks
and then
pretty
I'll go
wild. So East-West would make 6 clubs, but it might not be so easy to bid. There's not a lot of high card points. But there's a lot of distribution.
North is not quite good enough to open.
Well, traditionally, nowadays, who actually knows?
Right. With a 5-5 hand.
I mean, I don't think Levin and Weinstein are especially light openers.
It's not Levin and Weinstein.
Oh,
Oh no, it might be Levin and Weinstein. It might be. It's
Yeah.
right. It's true.
there are definitely people who would open the North hand nowadays.
Well, they open
E-
two. They open two hearts at the other table. They probably
Weak
play.
with major.
That's
Yeah,
exactly
most
right. They
majors.
play the two major bid
Yeah.
basically.
So this
Five.
two clubs, I'm sure, shows clubs like a kind of a precision style, which often is part of Polish club.
Yeah, they are playing some kind of Polish club because they
Yeah.
opened a heart with that 17-point hand earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So it's some maybe 18 is their limit for
Right.
what they.
And
Now
there's
East
the-
will do something to show probably 5-6, whatever that is. And I imagine West will at least head to clubs, not no trump.
I can't imagine Bobby's going to stay out with that 5-5 hand. There he is with the showing Michaels. And that's kind of your plan is when you pass with this 9 count is like, well,
There
at
it
least
is.
I'll
Yeah.
get a chance to show the majors later, and
Right.
and then partner will know I'm a passed hand, and another jack he would have opened for sure,
Right.
which is a little crazy. That's kind of the argument, like how much does a jack really affect things, you know? But the jack of hearts would be pretty useful. The jack of spades would be pretty useful.
What if the queen of diamonds was the queen of hearts?
Yeah, I mean it's a really
Better.
good hand. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely a better hand.
I mean, it's so close.
And now South is like facing a past partner, but this nice, beautiful double fit.
Yeah, 9.
You know, it's a hard thing because you want to do something like bid 3 spades, at least get the lead right. But you might not want to tell the opponents too much if you think it's their hand. This
Yeah.
is sort of a tough decision. It's not something you can teach. It's something you need experience to determine what, if anything, South should do.
And it's a really, really good slam for East West. All they need is to be able to trump a couple diamonds in the West hand, which on this hand diamonds are 3-3, so it's really, really easy.
Yeah.
You just lose a spade. But it's almost cold. As long as 2 diamonds cash, you're cold for slam on this hand because you can just rough a 3rd diamond with the 10 of clubs, come back over and rough a 4th diamond with the king of clubs. So there's no danger in bidding 6 clubs. When dummy hits and you're only in 5 clubs, you're pretty upset.
Actually, North-South could save, too. There's a lot of roughs. If not for the roughs, they would have 10 tricks in spades, guessing the queen and the jack of hearts. So there's a lot to do, but it's not impossible.
It's easy to guess. It's going to be easy to guess those 2 cards because of the East open 2 clubs and then suddenly introduce diamonds.
Right, but
Here
it would
comes
be
the
a question
result.
how many roughs East-West would get in diamonds and hearts.
You're going to get a swing here. Result at the other table, 3-0 West, down 1.
Wow, that is not a good
3-0.
result.
No.
Spades were a problem.
Which just goes to
the
show, and
East-West
South
pair.
didn't do anything ridiculous. They fit the majors so well. I could see why they wanted to bid 4 spades.
Yep.
But it's just imagine hypothetically South had passed, West would at least be considering if they should bid 3-0 trump or not. You know, sometimes it isn't good to tell the opponents too much when
But
it's not your hand.
I actually think that West had enough information to not bid no trump anyway.
Probably true,
Their,
but
their partner showed 6 clubs and
Yeah.
4 or 5 diamonds, so they know that there's a pretty big risk that they have a stiff spade. And
yeah.
Yeah, they got a lot more information at this table, considering the
That's how
other
they're doing it
table.
again.
funny,
The
and
king
that,
leads.
it's a
Yeah,
different
it's funny.
South, but yeah, another 5-level contract,
Yeah.
another hold the lead situation. But this is more along the lines of what you were talking about, Jadon, that it's this might be his only chance to stay on lead.
Yeah. Plus, in this, I mean, it might not matter on the hand, but but with the queen third or that sort of thing, more likely to be on your left. You don't want partner to guess what to play if you led low. You know, it just makes it simpler to go like king then jack if you're gonna play spades.
Very cool. And this, again, we know it's nickel, the nickel team sitting north-south. We're not super confident which players are which, but nickel north-south, Selecki east-west, and a surprise 26-point margin at this point for the 32 seed against the
Can we see the other auction?
yeah, right
Katrina
here.
Trump?
Jim.
Just kind of curious.
It's right there on the right. 2 hearts, 3 clubs, overcall. 2 hearts was both majors.
Yeah.
And then pass just snap 3-0 with queen third of spades, and it looks like
It's a
won
different
bye-bye.
auction.
Yeah, no one did anything crazy, but it's kind of my point that South didn't bid 3 spades. And if they had, they might not have gotten to 3-0. But both East and West kind of had to guess a little. I mean, East might have shown minors or bid again, but it's hard to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. My instinct would have been for sure to bid with that South hand.
Right. I mean, it's understandable. Oh, well, at the other table, it might even be your hand. I don't know the range on 2 hearts. But here north is a passed hand.
Yeah, right.
All right, I'm going to go and check out and see if my team is done. I might be back in a little bit.
Good luck, buddy. And yeah, we'll be back here for the final segment. We're going to watch these next two boards. We're going to take a little bit of break with the field, and then we'll see some more bridge. Gavin, thanks so much, buddy. Good luck. I hope you guys are crushing it. And we're going to take a look at the scoreboard in a moment. In fact, it won't be updated yet, but probably by the time this ends, we'll probably get live scores from bridge winners, I think.
Could be, yeah. Or I could just go out there and take a look and take a picture.
I mean, we are relatively close as well, so that's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Short trip for you, right? You're still in Vegas?
I live in Vegas for almost 20 years now.
Fantastic.
It was. I'm lucky for last year, this year, and next year. The fall nationals are Las Vegas, San Francisco, San Diego. So in all three cases, I get to have Thanksgiving at home and travel on Friday.
That's fantastic.
When it's in the East, I really have to leave during Thursday.
That was me. Yeah, I left very, very early. Although the bridge family's nice. There's usually a couple groups of people doing nice Thanksgiving. It's not too bad. We're waiting for board 14 to get shipped in at both tables. This was a 12-imp win for Nickel, or excuse me, for the East-West
So
team.
the names are just
selected.
reversed
Yep.
of the team names?
The team names are reversed. So
Okay.
we are pretty confident that Nickel is down 28 as we're watching here.
Well, there's no one on Nickel who plays Polish club. We know that.
Yeah, exactly. So we're pretty sure the teams are lined up correctly. We're just not sure about the players because I think what Gavin was saying was right. I think Nickel always plays north-south. So
He might be right. I have no idea.
we think
But
we're not
they have
sure.
a strong club pair, which is Hempson Greco, and the
Right,
other two
and
play standard.
That would have helped us on this one too. We would have known.
Yeah.
All right, folks. What's happening right now? I'm guessing. In fact, I can confirm for you. I'll go back and see that one of the tables has not finished board 13 yet, so we are waiting. In fact, why don't we take a look at maybe a different table in this hand?
Sure. Or the
in
better.
fact, I'll put that up on the other table on the upper right. Here's a different match.
Personally, I like when we're watching one table if the other one's up in the corner, just so we can see if anything crazy is
I'm
happening.
I'm happy with that. I the other table's right up here, folks, and this is a different match. So we're looking at what appears to be
Roy and Sabina.
Baker versus Lal, and that's Sandra and Cecilia, sisters sitting north-south, world champion bridge players, and east-west we have Roy Well and Sabine Auken. Roy, the only gentleman at the table in this this match here.
This is true.
And
So this 2-0 Trump looks to be game forcing.
right,
It's not an uncommon method nowadays to respond to 2-0 Trump game forcing, and that it could even have majors because you could still investigate them.
is the club just alerted over there for?
From what I know of Roy and Sabina's system, which is not a great deal, I believe they open one club on all their balanced hands, at least within a certain range, even with a 5-card major.
Got it.
Or that it could have a 5-card major if it's balanced.
So
Maybe
that's
is a better
why
way
it's
to say
kind of
it.
the asterisk one club for him.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And again, we saw one table get to 3-0 on this hand and go down one, clearly on a spade lead. And then the other table played 5 clubs, making an overtrick. And it is a pretty burr slam, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great slam. It's here with diamonds 3-3, you just can't go wrong,
Yeah.
even with trumps 3-0.
Can they get there? And again, we'll let you know, or you can see on the left, folks, that is a completed board 13. We're waiting for, I believe, this table to finish till we get another board.
Mm-hmm. Now North at this table, who
Are they
passed
gonna do
wanting
Yeah.
to show majors, but now the opponents are probably in a game forcing auction already. Now it might not be so wise. For one thing, if partner was misfitting with you, you're vulnerable. You could be in trouble. And again, you're just gonna probably help the opponents figure out where they belong and how to play it if you start bidding like crazy on a hand that you're not gonna buy the contract.
She's taking her time, though.
Yeah, I mean, she wanted to bid.
Yeah.
She probably still wants to bid, but it's a little tough situation. At least if she does bid, she has the advantage of being a passed hand. Her partner won't think she has anything more than this.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if it's wise or not. It's tough to say. I mean, you might catch a crazy fit and make a game anyway. North-south.
Do you want to take a ton of time here, though, in this situation?
Well, we're not sure. I think the bids go in when the tray is passed.
Ah,
It's
that's
like north
right.
and east
Sorry. So
combined.
it could be Sabine.
Looking at the hand, it could easily be east.
Yep.
You're right. You don't. I mean, if you
If
need to
you're
think, you
north.
need to think, but you'd
Yeah.
rather not let the opponents know you have a problem.
Let's ask, maybe we can ask the audience. Let's try this out. If you're watching, folks, and Jadon, if you have your phone on you,
I do.
go to bidbox.xyz.
people know one thing about me, I always have my phone on me. Bidbox.
.xyz.
Bidbox.
And I'll send you a question.
Yeah.
What will you do with the north hand? What do you do with the east hand? Excuse me. Now that the north hand is passed, what do you want to do
Well,
with the
the east hand might be systemic. Now, a common system, if 2-note trump is game forcing and could have majors, a common system is to play 3 clubs at stamen to look for the majors.
Interesting.
To play 3 diamonds is like a rebid of your minor.
Okay.
And
how do
3
you
of
show?
a major is shortness.
So which one do they choose?
Yeah, you're not really designing this planning on having 2 shortnesses.
Interesting.
There might be other systems out there. I think what I stated is a fairly common one, and they might rearrange the bids somehow too. So, I mean, if I had the east hand, I would probably just show my lower shortness just to leave more room.
I
Can't
see.
think of anything
I see.
better.
Sorry, I peeled
But I
off
think
this.
I would never plan on playing 3-note trump as east. It could be right, quite possibly, but I think it's going to be too hard to tell when it's right or wrong.
Looks like they're finding their way here. 3 spades was what appears to be some sort of shortness. They showed their higher, and now 4 clubs for them.
Yeah, if East showed heart shortness, West would be 3-note trump, but opposite spade shortness, West doesn't want to do that.
Yeah. The other table in this match was 5 clubs making an over trick. Let's keep this up here, and we see on our left side, Jadon, board 14 has started at the Solicki nickel match, and that is a super surprise. 38 to the good for the East-West team.
Now, North has 7 high card points, obviously a hand that's worth more than that. On a hand like this, I think it's very important you actually just force the game. Because the thing is, you're going to bid stamen, you have to look for the spade fit, because if you have it, you are certainly worth game. But if you don't, first of all, your diamonds could, on their own, help you make 3-note trump.
Yep.
And second of all, you're never going to be able to have an accurate invitational auction. Like if you could show 4-6 with short clubs and invite,
Right.
okay, maybe I would do that.
But you don't have that much room
But
in your
if you're
system.
just going to have to rebid 2-note trump or something, because 3 diamonds is game forcing anyway, I'd rather actually show my diamonds. You might even have a slam in diamonds if partner fit you perfectly.
Yeah.
You know?
And in this case, it's going to go quite well because the diamond position is very excellent for the north-south pairs at this table.
Right.
At every
As
table,
long as
really.
they don't get killed in the other suits. But
They
you
can-
know, on a heart
yeah.
lead, they are in danger of losing 3 hearts and 2 aces.
Because they don't have any quick winners out of
But
diamonds.
South has
basically.
managed to get their heart bid in. Club lead is also quite dangerous, by the way.
Yeah, yeah, and that's not out of the realm of possibility, right?
No, not at all. In fact, I might expect a club lead given
Sure.
that South bid 2 hearts.
Will West take any inference from the non-double of 2 clubs? I mean, they do have ace fourth, so
It's not. It's a very weak inference
Got it.
because partner would need like king queen fifth or something to double, and all kinds of holdings they have that they can't double with. You want to
And
to lead a club.
just
Maybe even
so
if they have 3 small, you want to lead a club. You know.
just so we know that is not the other table, folks. That's a different. They're getting to just 5 on that board, but dodging a bad 3-0 there.
Look what we have
Oh,
Bronia
look what
back.
the cat dragged. Nice, welcome back.
I didn't realize you were needing me.
Well,
Well, you never need me, but I didn't realize you were without me.
you're always useful.
I am always useful.
We
That is
love
for sure.
having you.
That's
That's
what I do.
And here we go. Let's now actually see the other table. Now that we are clearly on board 14 at both,
Right.
and we
so
see they did invite. It looks like if that's invitational at the other table, and they did game force.
I suspect it's artificial. Actually, I just can't imagine
There it is. Yep.
rebidding 2-note trump on a
You're-
hand like this.
I think you're totally right there because they just snapped 3-0 over that.
Right.
So
Well, now this Jack of Spades lead is definitely going to let the game make. A heart or a club
yeah.
would have beaten it.
yep.
So they tried to lead through dummies 4-card spade suit that was shown in the Stamen auction.
Let's see what they'll lead on the other table, which is the one right above us here. Bronia, welcome back.
Thank you.
It's Solicki on a tear here, 38 on the plus side. Now, Nickel will have their A lineup in for the last segment.
So this is still the 15th. Okay, so this is the end of the last segment.
This is
All
the
right.
end of
You'd
segment
think Nichols
3.
losing, although it shows the name. flipped.
Yeah,
That's why
I
it's
think
coming.
maybe they'll fix that for the
You
next
know,
segment. But
somehow or other, getting the right scores, doing the, does that really matter? I mean, is that really important?
it's only a national.
I mean, we haven't had the right scores ever since we started, so why should we change now?
Funny.
Exactly.
Manishtana halayla hazeh for the people who know what that means.
Ooh, Josh, you bid 4 diamonds, or was that somebody else?
I didn't see a bid come for me. So how does this work?
No, we can do it. We can do it again on a different one.
For once in my life, I had my phone neatly put away where I wasn't attached to it. And then Rob said, pull out your phone. I'm going to send you a bidding thing.
Bronia, you want to try it?
Sure.
Let's see. Let's
So what do I do?
let's go. Let me get this out of the way first. We should do maybe. It's going to be too obvious what we do, right? Let's wait for a bid.
I'm watching 3-0 Trump on the right. East
Yeah,
is just
same.
going to have to keep all their clubs. Or they could actually throw a club and still beat it. They'll probably just stiff their heart.
What did they lead on the
They let a club at the other table.
at the other table? Okay.
So East might as well stiff their heart. If South has ace queen, they're just going to finesse it and make anyway.
So let's see, Jack of Spades. So that's really, I mean,
Of course, we're going to try to get things improved for the future. We're joking about it because we can't do anything about it right now. So
we have many.
Not
things
a joking matter.
By the way, we have many things to fix. Okay, so like what we try to do is just get a little bit better each time. All right, we're just the trend is your friend. We know. Okay, people. But we every time I feel like we're getting better. Look at us now. We even have a background. Soon we'll maybe even have a logo with the background. I mean, all good things can happen.
All the capability.
So the Jack of Spades. So why would a heart lead? Definitely, you see, we have all the heart spots. So you see how important the spots are. People forget in no trump. Those 10, 9, 8s are just so important.
Yeah.
They make all the difference in the world.
Same thing in clubs.
When you are either defending or playing in no trump. Yes, same thing in clubs.
Opponents are flush in clubs, and
Yeah.
they declare as flush.
So club or heart, and
Yeah, I mean, I could see why West led this. It looks silly when you see all the hands, but he doesn't see all the hands, and partner could have like anything in clubs or nothing in clubs. Maybe you're leading through dummy spades. So this is just a bad layout for this particular lead. Leading is hard.
leading is hard, right?
Leading is where people make the most mistakes compared to the actual hand.
Yeah, although they do say fourth from your longest and strongest. I've heard that once or twice before. If I make it, Billy,
believer.
yeah, I mean, like Billy's like fourth best. Although there was a hand yesterday in the Soloway where you had Queen Jack fourth of diamonds, and on the low diamond lead, declare makes it, and on a Jack of diamond lead, declare goes down.
That's another thing. Would you like Queen Jack fourth? Do you lead the queen or the low? And
Right.
That depends on the auction and everything else, and you still might not know.
Right, and so Billy's like lead low. He's really
They
kind
got
of
a
like,
heart switch through, but it's too late.
Yeah, the
just don't
problem
know
is
it
the
yet.
spades are good already.
Yep.
the spades are good, the king of diamonds
So
on side.
on the right, is it over here?
Yeah.
They're down.
Yeah,
There we go.
they're just going to take their clubs.
Well done. This is another big swing.
But it's a swing for Bobby.
Well, that's a different match.
No, it's the
No.
same match.
I
Oh, you
switched it
switched
back.
it?
I switched it back.
That's the same
I got us
match.
back on schedule, J-Don.
But assuming
Gotcha.
Bobby is sitting north,
Yes.
then it's a
That's
swing
good for them. Yeah, it's a swing back to
for
nickel, which is
Yeah.
exactly what they need with one board left to go in the match. And it's going to be a reasonable swing, too.
in the set,
In
not
the set,
match.
yeah, excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
3-0
big-
down one over there, and
big
3-0
ask for
most
the
likely
pole.
making over here.
Hard to imagine it won't make. I mean, anything can happen, but
And by the way, hi Babs, hi Kelly, and hi Dylan.
All right. Board 15 is starting on the right.
By
That's
the way, we
ultimate
don't just
board.
need to pretend to care. We actually truly do care. Okay, I just want to
do,
say we
yes.
don't just pretend to
It
care.
bothers us tremendously,
We really
but
do
we-
care. You
the
should.
only
And I don't
outlet
even
we
like
have
the
is joking.
angle of the camera. We're worried about that too because I feel like I'm always talking about the angles of the camera because we got to try to make it where we're looking at the right thing, and also looking at the thing. It's really.
Bronia cares. The last however many executive directors, I wouldn't even know where to find them or how to reach them. Bronia is probably the easiest person to reach and find I've ever seen at a British tournament. Just like turn around, she's probably there. I think this is the fourth time today I bumped into you or something.
Magic.
And I have to say, I'm very attached to my phone, so if anybody needs me, they can always find me on my phone.
I like that hat you brought in, and also I saw you yesterday, and you were in incognito mode. You had a hat and
Here you go.
like a sweatshirt on. It's perfect.
Yeah.
It
It
was
wasn't
like-
good for me, but I think it's just right.
Oh, you're
here.
giving it back for me? Okay.
all right, this looks like it's going to end in 3-0 at both tables.
Looks that way for north
It's
south.
going to be a little transfer shebang, and
Can you beat it? I don't know if you can beat it with
Although they've
anything,
been-
right?
No, the
Yeah,
diamonds
the
are.
The
friendly
diamonds
for
are okay. I
declare.
mean, the club lead is obviously best, but the club guy has no entry.
I mean, they certainly can make you do something like win their ace of
So-
clubs and lead a diamond to the king immediately.
are you opening
When
the
that went
south
to the
hand in
service
any
stage.
spots vulnerable?
Sorry.
Both players passed the south hand here, which I get, but Are you an opener here with 5 small spades and an 11 count? I mean, it's not amazing.
Gavin likes to quote, I think Versace, with five card major and 11 count, you open. Now, this is not a traditional opener. Also, the spades are so bad, and your mulligan's not.
I consider that a 4-card major, by the way.
Okay,
I don't
yeah.
think I have 5 spades. Where's my 5th spade?
Well, I mean,
Where is my 5th
both
spade?
of these players have completely
Let's
agreed.
see what South thinks
right?
while they transfer a bid Stamen. They'll decide how many spades they have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
very
would
good.
not transfer. I would just bid Stamen.
I think it
But
makes a
maybe
lot
I'm-
of sense. I mean, if you transferred and partner bid 4 spades with like queen third or something,
Yeah.
you might go down on the trump suited low.
Yeah, so you
Right.
bid Stamen, make sure you have a 9
But
card fit.
there's no guarantees. You could belong in spades too in a 5-3.
All right, there we go. So yeah,
Well, he transferred.
Yeah.
At the other table.
The other guy did not transfer.
Yeah,
the
he
other
bid
guy,
Stamen, like you said.
Yes.
Yeah, that
I can-
makes sense.
I can understand either way for sure.
But they might have methods too. You never know because people have methods where they get out of stuff or they show something. I don't know.
It could be the transfer 3-0 shows 5-3-3-2, and then if partner is like 4-3-3, they'll play
They'd
in 3-0
pass,
anyway.
yeah.
And there we go. And then it doesn't matter anyway. They're just going to float this. Easiest hand to play forever. It's going to probably be diamond lead and then some tricks. They claimed 10 tricks at the other table. And this is what we have so far. Let's see. Do you think we have the results posted yet? Not yet, but this is what it was with before this segment. And it's going to be a bigger lead for Salicki here and also quite a bit of action to go, but a super surprise here. The number 1 seed getting quite distanced as far as, I mean, they gained 10 back, but still 28's the margin and 15 boards left to go. So,
Well, the 28 is a lot better than the 38 that it was.
yeah.
It
Well,
feels a lot better as a player. 38
now they're
somehow
under
feels
2
pretty
imps
big.
a board, basically.
28 feels a little more doable.
And I don't think we have to look too much into this, folks. I think what we can do now is say,
Look at that. I mean, how cool are we that we can look at that? You are cool, man.
I've
I
been
mean,
working.
look at that.
I've been working.
I mean, this is like ESPN. You know, forget ESPN. We got Bridgecast.
Ooh,
okay?
Raj,
Exactly.
did you guys,
Here
did you
comes
pick up
Raj.
Raj in
Oh.
that last segment, or?
Picked up exactly 0 picks.
Oh my goodness.
Exactly 0.
So it's still a close match, basically.
2 sessions that were
Raj Shuri dropping in to give us an update.
That would be Gavin's captain.
Yep.
Anyone doesn't know.
And we would love for people to drop in. We're in Salon 1. So if you see us, we're Salon 1. It's just right around the corner. Come
In
and
fact,
say hello.
we'll start putting some signs up, and anytime you see Bronia, she can lead you here, and myself as well. But we're going to take about, I would say, what, about 15, 20 minutes between segments
You're looking
here?
at me like I know.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking
Whatever
at
you
you.
say, boss.
You look like you know stuff.
Not that.
So we're going to take a short break, folks. We'll be back, and as soon as they start showing us some hands, we'll bring it to you. And looking forward to seeing you back here in that time. Thanks, guys. Bronia, Josh Don,
Yeah, that sounds good.
Raj Shuri off camera, and Gavin Wolpert, who was here earlier and will probably be back later. We will see you for it, folks.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
All right. We're back, folks. I don't think the bridge has started yet, but we're going to take a look at the results as I've been showing you for a moment while we've been on break. We have a change of the guard a little bit. We have changing Bronia for Raj. Raj Shuri, his team's currently playing at the moment, so he's just, I don't know, keeping your mind off of things maybe while joining us here. And Jadon, of course, back for the final segment of the day. And let's take a look at that score sheet, folks.
Sure.
Some surprises. Gurley is the only team that's on to the round of 16. Gillis has withdrawn 150 to 74, but some surprises, as we talked about, the Da Vinci team, which is the Leonardan team, and that is a team you're pretty familiar with, Raj, because it has Vinny Demouy, John Krenyak, and John Hurd.
Kevin and John Hurd, yeah.
Kevin Bathurst. And they are down 20 to the Dyson team,
Well,
the
they were
31
down
seed.
40, and they made half of that back in the third segment.
So they need a big last set to get on to the next round. And also, Nickel, the perennial favorite and the number 1 seed, qualified first, down 28 to Salicki. So lots of imps to be hopefully exchanged here for the teams that are down. And, of course, our friend here, 100 to 115, only down 15. Let's go, Shuri, over Font.
Yeah, I sort of thought we were down 16, actually, because we were down 16, and I thought that we had a flat third set, but maybe there's an imp that flew our way at some point, which I will take.
And I have to say, I have to pat myself on the back just a slight bit. Before today, I said, maybe a couple of teams that are lower seeds have a chance to do a little bit better, and one of those was the Rosenthal team, which they didn't have a terrific Swiss, but they are now up 40 over weighing the 9 seed. And Rombo, the French team with I think they're both French and Danish, maybe. Larm is Danish. For
Larman
sure.
is Danish, and Nikolai is Norwegian.
Norwegian, okay. So they are up 24. It looks like Goldberg Niederbach, I think, is the closest match, a 5-imp span. Tons of action still going on. Lots of teams trying to punch their ticket to the round of 16. In fact,
We have Josh's team that were down by 15 and are now up by 18.
I
So
think we had the best swing our way in the third quarter, so it shows all you have to do is bench me.
take Jadon out of the field and you're on fire, right? I don't believe that, by the way. What's your team name again? It's Bailey, right?
Bailey.
Yeah, nice. So up quite
18. This
Quite
is not,
nicely.
not nearly a lock, but happier being up 18 than down 15.
And there we go. Let's take a look at do we have a picture of you? It's very small.
That's a picture of me with Justin Law from way back.
You lived with J Law for quite a bit, and
I was one of his many best friends. He had a lot of best friends, and I was glad to be one of them.
I was only a fair weather best friend, but I definitely had a few nights where we were besties for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe to my detriment occasionally. All right, I think we are about to have action, folks. We're just waiting for the tables to start up on kibitz.realbridge.online. If you want to watch bridge anytime we're not live here on the YouTube channel, you can go to kibitz.realbridge.online and you will be watching live. Hello from Sweden. Hello from all over the world. Watching live. Tell us hello, and I think we have some action to bring you. And let's see what matches we have. We don't have very many names just yet, but I think we know what matches we can look at. Here's Salicki and Nickel.
I think it's the same matches from
I believe
the third
so.
quarter,
Yeah,
I
they may
think
have a hard
it's the
time switching
same.
them at the quarter.
Yeah.
And there we
Barely
go.
tied at the half.
So we're going to sit back with the Nickel match. It's 28. It is a big upset on the mark right now.
Mm-hmm. Now, this is a good example. You notice East didn't bid Stamen with 4 spades because they're 4-3-3. West does have 4 spades, but is also 4-3-3. So there's basically no advantage at all to playing in spades. And in fact, you would probably lose 2 clubs and 2 hearts. If you
And
played
the
in
other
spades.
table, there it is. 4 spades down 1. They actually bid Stamen with the flat hand, which,
I mean, it can be right. You have 3 tiny hearts if partner's weak in hearts.
yeah, if partner's like too small, you're doing amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But on this hand, you're losing 12.
Yeah.
And that's 12 imps to the Nickel side of things. I think they have the pairs right. I think so. We'll find out in a moment. But it's now
But
16.
at this point, Yeah, at this point there are no names, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Krish, hello from San Francisco. Are you here? Stop by the player room, buddy. We're all the way down in the basement, Salon 1. So
I disagree that you're not contributing to our geographic diversity because you're probably the only one watching from San Francisco.
Exactly. Everyone else is playing. All right, so 16 went very quickly. It looks almost like they were putting in a result that came in before we got to get to the tables. So hopefully they'll pop up board 17. We're going to get to board 30.
Yeah.
And by that time, we should have the final scores posted, and we'll be able to tell you who's moving on.
Yeah. Pretty amazing that this led to us. I mean, we recommend generally you don't bid stamen with that shape, but usually you don't have a spade fit anyway. And when you do, usually both games make or both are down.
Right.
This was really the hand where it led to the swing.
And especially with the East, you have a solid 12 count as well. So even getting to either contract, you feel like you have a good shot.
Right. I mean, I would think I'm making 4 spades with a fit. It probably would be if West wasn't also 4 triple 3. So there you go. It's bridge in the short term can be very random.
Yeah, for sure. And why don't I take a quick peek while we're looking at this?
See what some of the other...
Yeah. Suddenly this match is much more interesting, though.
Sorry?
And after one board.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Now we have ourselves a ball game right here.
16.
But I'll tell you what, let me see what I can get at some of these other matches here. Looks like we have Lal versus Baker. We have Hell versus Henner. And again, Salicki and Nichols. So let's see what's going on with Sabine and Roy.
They're a fun pair to watch. They play a kind of an unusual system, and Roy's pretty aggressive, maybe even idiosyncratic.
They play strong club?
No, but
No.
their one club includes balanced hands that might even have a 5-card major.
Interesting.
They like to open a club and rebid no trump and let you figure out what suits they have.
So yeah, it looks like we're stalled on board 16. Every table has just put in one result. And I'm guessing there's just one table that hasn't flipped in a
I think
result.
it doesn't move on until every table's done with the board.
Yeah, it looks like that's what we're looking at here. So let me take that off, get us back to the other table, and we'll keep our eyes on this match because it is certainly getting much, much closer. And if we can get to... Oh, I think I'm looking at the same table on both of my screens here. That's no good. All right, and we're also hoping that the gentleman sitting here with us can move on to the round of 16 because both of their teams are actually playing right now. Do you watch? If you can, do you watch?
I do watch. Usually, I play the first 2 sets. So, I'm by the time I'm watching, I'm done for the day. Gavin's rule for me is that if I have bridge left to play the rest of the day, I should not watch. I don't want to say I'm not allowed to watch, but I should not watch because it is stressful to watch and so on. But most of the time, I'm kind of done after the first 2 sets, so then I can watch to my heart's content, and I do usually.
Josh?
A fast story. In juniors, I played the World Juniors once, and we were up 96 with 16 boards to go. And I was sitting out, and I went to watch on Bugraph, and the imps were just falling away. And by the end, we won by 13 or 15 or something like that, including both teams went down and slam on the last hand.
Oh, my God.
I said I'm never watching my team again, which I haven't quite held to, but mostly since then.
I find it very difficult.
We lost 81 on the set or something like that.
Wow.
I've seen other sides of that, too, though, like being down a lot and making that furious comeback.
Well, yeah, then it might be fun to watch.
That is fun to watch, but also it's okay. Here we go, guys. Sports 17
Names.
and
And
names
they seem to be correct.
and very fast inputs of bids, which makes me think that we're seeing some action that has already occurred. It looks like the ViewGraph operators are catching up for us. And at the main table, which is the big table here, we see that North opened 1 diamond.
Is it just me or do South spot cards look like they were carefully constructed by
They
a human?
look like they're fake, right? 6432, 643. By the way,
654,
are we
643.
playing Chinese poker? That's a good Chinese
There
poker.
must be a
hand
lot
right
of games that hand is good for.
Bridge may not be one of them on this hand, but they do have a heck of a
We got the ace king.
Nice diamond
If not
for
for the ace king, this would probably be the worst hand you'd ever seen.
Yeah.
So East will raise the overcall in some fashion.
A support double by North over there. At the other table, they're quickly at 5 diamonds with the North-South cards.
Making.
Looks like it.
Well, North opened some kind of strong or artificial club, so they sort of had to bid their diamonds over the 1 spade. And South's 1 diamond was negative. In fact, it didn't even show. This must be Hampson and Greco if it's the nickel team.
Right.
So a strong club, a negative diamond.
Yeah, in
North
fact,
shows the diamonds, and South basically forces the game in diamonds. Maybe checks for a heart fade or something.
that makes sense here too, Josh, because we saw the last segment, nickel and cats were in. They play segment 3, so at the other table, it does appear to be Greco Hampson.
Right.
And
That's
again,
7-8.
surprising 16 imp margin. And we're watching the table on the left now. Other table already in with 5 diamonds
Well,
making.
after that initial flurry of bids, it seems to have slowed down considerably.
They've become a little deliberative here.
As East, as Bobby Levin decides what he wants to bid.
So,
He's just going to bid 2 spades, right? Do you think?
well, I would make some kind of cubit, actually, especially if it doesn't force me past 2 spades anyway.
Got
I
it.
don't really see the harm. So maybe 2. I mean, a lot of pairs play transfers after a negative double or a takeout double. Is that on after a support double is actually a question that should be clarified by a partnership. So if you were playing transfers here, 2 hearts might be like a constructive spade raise, like 8 to 10. And that would be a pretty clear bid if you're playing it. If you, let's say you're not playing that, you might bid 2 hearts anyway, just as a Q bid.
Once again, folks, we're live from San Francisco, the North American Bridge Championships. We're watching the round of 32 of one of the 2 most prestigious events of this championships, the SOLOWAY Knockouts. They completed 2 days of a Swiss yesterday to qualify 32 out of, was there 84 teams or something like that? 80 plus? 83 teams. So huge chunk going home on day 2. And the 32 best teams left, seeded 75% based on their result in the Swiss and 25% based on their seeding points. So interesting matchups, and we're seeing some close matches as we go forward. And not too many closer than this one, guys.
So here's the 2 hearts, whether
There's
it
the
shows like
cubit.
8 to 10 or a limit raise, we don't really know. Probably one of those.
The South shows their diamond support now.
Sure. And North, I imagine, will go to 5 diamonds in some fashion. Especially knowing their
He
partner
knows
has
partner
a
has
silicon
spade shortness,
They
yeah.
might, you could think of doing more, but it's going to be a little tricky to rough 3 spades and dummy while doing everything else and getting your hearts. So I don't think they'll get to slam, but I could see North considering it.
Chris,
Partner
yeah,
had 5
Chris,
card diamond
system
support,
guru.
it would be a good slam for sure.
Ooh. 4 spade bid there. Maximum pressure by Weinstein here. This should make it for an easy 5 diamond bid now.
They're certainly not making a slam here because the diamonds are 4-0 offside.
If they bid it, they'll find out the hard way.
Yeah, I really don't think they will, but things happen. You never know.
And South hasn't shown. North has to know South is, not showing anything tremendous on an auction like this.
Sure. I mean, you can imagine if one of South's clubs was a diamond, how badly you'd want to be in slam. But you can't.
Yeah,
It's
good
hard
point.
to figure these things out, and you don't try to be perfect in competition.
Yeah, Bronia's in the chat. She's right. It is a good slam if you're looking at the 2 North-South hands. You're looking at this like I kind of
sort
feel
of.
like I want to be
it's-
in it to some degree.
You either have to rough 3 spades and dummy, or have your 4th heart be good. So it's not totally clear. Just having. one loser-
Whoa! Surprise, surprise!
Whoa, this I
4
did not
spades doubled
expect.
gets a shot.
Maybe you should have considered this.
Well, I guess we're going down 1 at least. I
Well,
suppose.
on diamond leads, they're getting tapped. This looks awkward for declare.
It's going to be interesting. Definitely a different result. We're going to find out whether it's good or bad. But
I forgot to even think about this possibility.
yeah, with North spades, it does make sense in hindsight.
I
right?
didn't actually notice West had bid 4 spades, to tell you the truth.
Let me give me 2 seconds, guys. I can hear some.
Are we just closing the door? All right, Rob is not going far. We promise you that. So what happens if you're declare and they're leading a diamond? You really can't draw trumps, and you assume they're not breaking, right? because of the double.
Right, because of the double, for sure, you think they're not breaking.
So you wouldn't want to like start drawing trumps, and North will win. Even if you guess the jack right, North will win and tap you again, and then you got fewer trumps
and
than North.
then you're in trouble.
Yeah. So I think what you probably do is rough the diamond and lead a heart and try to set up some roughs while you can. Or you might even start running clubs and let North rough. It's hard
Well,
to
the problem
say.
is if you lead a heart, they're just going to come back another diamond.
Sure. I mean, if you're leading a heart, you're letting them do that.
Yeah.
You're kind of cross-roughing in a way.
Yeah.
I think you might have a good idea to the distribution. I mean, North showed 3 hearts and they doubled you.
Right.
They didn't open a no trump. They're probably not 4-3, 4-2 or something.
And they saw South
Unless
bid
they're even
hearts and
stronger than
3
the no trump.
diamonds.
So you might not know the shape perfectly, but something like this. It's hard to know how to play it, to tell you the truth. It's just so... You're getting tapped. It's so awkward. Maybe you pitch on a diamond or 2 and your jack actually ends up becoming a stopper just to avoid getting tapped.
I mean, that's possible. You could pitch a couple of hearts.
Sure.
And
you could say you roughed this. Let's suppose you roughed this and ran the 10 of spades. And North might even play the jack on it. And then North won the next spade. And they tapped you again. Now you would leave trumps alone and for sure start running clubs or something.
right.
You can never just draw trumps and take your clubs. And not to mention you'd be left with 4 heart losers anyway. It looks incredibly awkward.
Going to take their time on this one. And as you notice, no action at the other table at the moment, possibly because this is the table that's
So you
finishing.
think he pitches or he roughs?
I think he roughs this. You could always pitch on a later one. And if South did have a diamond on it, you might want to,
There's the rough.
it's hard to say what he'll do even at trick 2. So he's playing clubs, maybe trying to get them in before anything happens to them. And if North roughs like here, you probably had to let North rough anyway to ever have a hope of doing anything. He's leading the heart. Okay, this is interesting because South sort of has to go up on this, not knowing where the queen is. And declares on their way to maybe the jack eventually being good one day.
There it is.
If you could lead the next one from dummy and South went up again, the queen would rough out.
Now you have it.
So this is not a bad start for declare. Now when South leads the diamond, the question is, do you pitch on it or do you just keep accepting the roughs? At least every rough is a trick that you're taking.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, it's also what advancing players have difficult times with when they find themselves in a high-pressure contract like this. They tend to kind of panic in certain ways, and it's really important to just kind of sit back and try to find your way and your best methods here.
Yeah, you often have to accept the fact the opponents will get some roughs and let it happen in order.
You just don't want the number to be huge here.
I mean, it looks very natural for South to play a diamond now. Is he maybe considering a spade to save their heart tricks? Maybe. He certainly won't play a heart. That's out. So
yeah, he certainly won't play a heart, and
I can't
I
see why
don't
he'd play a
think he'll
club.
play a club.
If partner did have a singleton club and didn't lead it, they probably don't want the refs.
Right.
And just to update everybody, we're live from the North American Bridge Championships. We're on about a 15-minute delay from the action. We're watching the round of 32, the last segment
super interesting
of the
hand.
knockouts. Yeah. And I have Raj Shuri right to my right, and to his right is Josh Don, and we are looking at a match that got a lot closer after the first board. Nickel came in down quite a bit. They cut it to 16 after a big win of 12, and now
But they're in danger on this
they're
hand.
in some trouble. Yeah,
Looks to be going down more than a game.
The other table played 5 diamonds making for 400 on their scorecard. This could be 500 plus here.
It's hard to judge. I mean, South is deciding if North's trumps were good enough, a trump lead from South could be very effective, protecting all the heart tricks. The thing is, if South does lead a trump, it helps declare get to dummy to lead the next heart where the hearts are sort of crashing when South goes up again. Or maybe South could figure out to duck, but I really don't know how.
There's a club.
Club,
Ooh,
okay.
That was...
I mean, this is something declare could have done anyway, was play clubs.
Yeah.
So the defense isn't necessarily hurt by it too badly. North could just play a diamond. Can't imagine what else North will do now but play a diamond.
Yeah, Christian in the chat. It's happened to all of us at some point. You know, you just maybe you're upset with your partner, maybe you're upset with yourself. Emotion is the enemy of rational thought, and when things are going badly, sometimes your emotions can really get in the way.
Mm-hmm.
And the best bridge players kind of have learned. I don't think anyone just is innately amazing at that. If you're a normal human being, I think
hard
you
not
have
to be
to
emotional
take your licks.
So now what, Josh? What do we think?
Well, now that North's been shortened, you could lead a spade and finesse North for the jack. And
Right.
at worst, if they played another diamond, you could pitch on it. And now you've got a stopper.
Uh-huh.
So that's a possibility. Then they could start tapping dummy and hearts.
Well, that's I'm sort of wondering whether if they do get in, they now play a heart.
This is a very hard hand to analyze, I think.
You want to see the double dummy?
I mean, I have the whole hand. I've been wondering what it is and had literally no idea. To tell you the truth.
It looks like it's down 2 on a heart here. Yeah, so this could save it.
It felt like down more than that at the beginning. I think this club player from South may have lost a trick
Yeah, it's
rather
possible.
than a diamond, but it's hard. I'm not even sure of that.
And of course, I can show you all the cards. Which one do you prefer, guys? Do you prefer it like this, seeing all the hands, or played cards, or not?
I don't personally, but
I like it this way because
Yeah.
it's how it is at the table.
yeah,
Yeah,
I like it this
I
way.
feel
cards are
better
just
this
gone.
way also.
But I could see it. So, I mean, they win this. That's the third trick for the defense.
Right.
The ace of spades is the fourth.
Ace of spades.
And they're going to get another beyond that for sure because the player can't just like draw trumps and claim here. For example, if the defense continues hearts, that sets up the second spade trick at least.
Well, I think South is wondering whether he should overtake and play another club.
Maybe, although South knows if they overtake this, Declare's fourth heart will become good because of the
Right.
spots.
Right.
But it's still a possibility.
And the other table is through board 18 at this point and just waiting for action
he
to
doesn't
finish here.
overtake it.
Mm-hmm.
He had 16 points to the Silicki team, ahead with 13 boards after this to go.
So North is just tapping in hearts because if he does it in diamonds, he's making the jack good.
Right.
But Declare has 4 tricks, and he could go diamond rough, heart rough, diamond rough.
Club.
That would be 7, but that's not good enough because they'd be out of tricks at that point. So what if he played a club now? If he played a club in North roughed, you'd still lose the ace of spades and a heart, and I think that would be it. North could rough and play ace and a spade, so you'd lose ace of spades and the heart. So I think that's the way to go. I think he can figure out that if you start cross roughing, you don't end up with as many tricks.
Right.
The thing about cross roughing is you'll never get any club tricks at all. If you play a club now, you actually will sort of get a club trick because you'll be able to handle North's trumps from there a little more easily. Complicated hand.
It looks like the next hand will not be as complicated, but I guess we'll find out. Board 18 looks like it's somewhat of a pedestrian 3-0, but I guess we'll find out in a moment.
Both
Early
these first two
action.
hands looked like they could have easily been pushes, and they were both completely swingy.
Yep.
It's
Right.
very hard to tell what a hand will actually be a swing unless there's just
If
one
they keep
option
it
you
to down
have
2, this is 2 swings right into the nickel column, and
Yeah.
now we're
I think he can go down 2, but it hasn't happened yet. And I would be willing to bet from the start of the hand it was more on best defense, I think.
I think we can probably get that done. You want
I'm curious. I'm willing to say it was. This is sort of by gut. I think it was probably down 3 at the start.
Let's find out. I'm looking at the wrong board, of course.
Well, that was very helpful. Thank you.
Let's get to the right table, Josh Don. There you go. Yeah, there it was. Down 3 on pretty much any lead but a high spade.
I think if I was South in that position where he gave the club rough, this is just the logic I used to myself. If partner wanted a rough, why didn't they lead their singleton? right? So it looks like, and why do I know better than partner? What that if they didn't want a rough, I'm not giving them a rough, you know.
Looks like King of Spades is the down 2 card and the only one.
So how do they get down 3 on a club? That's something I didn't see. If they rough and play ace and I see. It's obvious. They just rough and play ace and a spade, and there's a heart loser too. So king of spades, if they duck, I see. So if they duck, you could then, let's see if they win it or duck it. It'll be easier to analyze. So they win. So apparently the defense gets only a spade trick from here. I see. So say they play the queen of diamonds, you could rough, you could even draw trumps, take out your last trump and just play the clubs. You'll have the rest of the tricks in the minors. And if North plays a spade,
Then
declare has 4 tricks, they'll
Right.
have one at the end. So those are really the only 2 possibilities.
Did he play the King of Spades here? So
He did.
he's down
He
2.
did, yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like he will now be down 2 only
Well
for
done
sure.
for Weinstein here.
I mean, North won't play a spade. They're staring at that trick. So this diamond will just win in dummy. They can throw the heart, play a spade to their queen, and play the clubs, lose the other spade.
Yep. Amazing. Win.
Yeah. This looked
Win
like
3?
it could have been worse,
Yeah.
but Nickel instead picks up 3 imps.
Yeah. Which is going to make this a 13-point margin and lots of boards left. I mean, this could easily turn around to a good size victory for Nickel if it goes this way throughout. I mean,
The old Nickel team, when it had Meckwell on it, was known for these comebacks.
yeah,
They came back from
They were
down
never
40,
out of
50 all the time, it felt like.
that was when it was Meck, Stroth, Rodwell, Levin Weinstein, and Nickel Katz.
Or even before that, when I first sort of started playing Bridge Nationals, it was it was Freeman and Nickel, first of all. Dick Freeman passed away. But then it was Meckwell, and I think it was Wolf and Hammond, which then became Zia and Hammond,
Interesting.
which then became Levin and Weinstein. I could be missing something in there, but something like that. And all those teams were known for making big comebacks.
Imagine how Max Roth has 100 and something thousand master points now. That's just unbelievable.
It's ridiculous.
It's-
How can you play that much and be that good?
And there's some like master point inflation, but not that much. Not
That would be quite
60,000.
inflated.
Well, he got a lot of them before there was inflation.
Yeah, exactly.
you know,
he
if
got
he-
a massive amount before
right.
there was inflation.
I mean, to get that many, you're not only playing great and you're not only playing all the time, you're getting a lot at the nationals as well as regionals.
Yeah,
You couldn't play enough regionals to get that many, I really think,
so for sure.
basically.
And also just the world championship points as well. I mean, how many world WBF points does he and the rest of that crew have? It's amazing.
I'm not sure.
All right. So with a
Spade to the queen and play your clubs and lose one more.
game over.
That's it.
Yep. See you later. This should be a quick claim here. The slowest hand so far.
Finally knew what was going on. I finally did with 4 cards left.
And now
Took about that long.
we can rejoin. There's the other table, which now the names look like they're correct. Hampson Greco at that table. They're on board 19 at the moment. Looks like they're playing a part score over there. We're about to see board 18 come up on the left. And this was the hand that they made 3-no trump on the button at the other table. And Weinstein Levin has this nice 12 count, which looks like it's going to go a diamond, pass, a spade, some hearts, and then we'll see what happens.
It's not 100% they get to game, but you would kind of expect them to. I mean, it's 12 opposite 11, but the tricks are there,
And they're white.
right?
Krish is interesting. It's true. Greco is a very deliberate player, so being ahead of that table or behind that table is pretty big achievement for this. But they took a long time at that last board. Certainly had a more challenging contract than just the 5 diamonds they played at the other table. What are you bidding with North? Just 2, right? Yeah,
Looks like pretty normal to bid 2. Can't imagine anything else.
That would kind of be silly to think.
East.
Of it.
probably wants to bid 3 diamonds, especially at this vol. It doesn't really show extra. It's just competing.
That's something that is hard to grasp, that you're making a free bid and it could just be this hand, right?
Right. But now if you look at the West hand,
A bit 2-0.
even if 3 diamonds, it's 2-0, so it's some kind of artificial 2-0 to
Yeah,
compete.
I think I can tell you what that is actually. Let me pop
Like a
over
good
here.
bad 2-0.
It doesn't say anything yet, but I'll
So-
keep an eye on it.
I'm sure it's showing some kind of competitive hand with diamonds or both minors.
3 clubs, something else.
Now it's interesting. West could bid over. Well, I think the 3 club bid is sort of signifying that West is not going to game, because maybe even East could pass that with clubs and diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
And East says no, thank you. Will they?
I mean, but I
play
could
3
see West
diamonds?
wanting to go to game, thinking the diamonds might run like this, asking for a heart stopper.
We're
We'll
not
see.
sure what exactly these bids mean specifically. We see that they've been alerted. They haven't posted the meanings of these bids, but it would appear that, well, I don't know what it would appear. We're going to find out. Is 3 diamonds forcing or not?
I mean, it can't be forcing. East doesn't want to force. Right?
Yeah.
East has a 12 count. And so West is deciding, even if they're a little light on values, is my king of diamonds helping the suit run enough that if we have a heart stopper, it's worth 3 no trump. And if we don't, is it worth getting higher? I mean, even if East is showing a minimum, their hand isn't worthless or terrible if they're competing. They could pass with 6 diamonds, with Jack 6 or something in some bad hand.
If West,
So I'm saying even if
They could
East,
pass 3 clubs. you mean.
right?
Yeah.
I mean East could pass 2 hearts. Like
Sure,
just the fact
yeah.
East wants to compete, even if
Sure,
it doesn't show
sure,
extras, is
yeah.
something valuable about the hand.
is West going to bid 3 hearts here?
That's the question,
That's the bid they're contemplating, you would guess, right?
right?
The king of diamonds is tasty.
So it makes me think 2-0. I thought at the time 2-0 might have been competitive with both minors or with just diamonds, but maybe that's not the case, because West wouldn't risk stopping at 3 clubs if they're thinking of bidding now. Should partner have had clubs?
One thing we can be reasonably confident about is that Levin Weinstein know what they're doing
Yeah,
here.
so West
And
is
there's
doing
3
it.
hearts.
All right, this is not really totally surprising at all.
And there we go. There's your
You can't really help
non-boardable
but make
3
it.
no. 9
Yeah, you
tricks.
can't. I don't think there's any way to not make it.
No.
It's going to go heart lead and 9 rippers, right?
Yep. Probably will be pretty quick, because North's hand will be good.
Mm-hmm. And the entry is right there. Well done, Levin and Weinstein. Chopping action. 13's the margin here. Let me remind you of the scores. Now, I can only show you the scores going into this session. But we had some tight matches. We'll find these scores out by the end of our session here. But Goldberg-Nittebach, 5-point margin. Our gentleman here, Bailey up 18, which is Josh's team. And Raj is right here. Left. The other matches are playing different boards than the Viewgraph players. So, unfortunately, the people in the Viewgraph are going to have their own private conversations with the...
Yeah. Ugraph has one set of boards. Every other match has its own individual set.
Is that right?
Yes.
I believe so.
Okay.
So every match gets its own set of hand records.
I did not know this. Okay.
For security reasons.
Yeah, because you're all in the same spot, right? And is it every, or is it like every 5th table or something has?
I believe every match has its
Interesting.
own set.
That's a lot of work. Wow.
Yeah.
And this is exactly as we thought. They're just going to make sure diamonds aren't
Yeah.
4-1 or 5-0.
If you're declare and you're going to claim here, don't forget to mention in case the Queen Jack of Spades or Doubleton.
Yeah.
Or something.
Scoop up an
I've
extra
seen people
winner.
forget to say things like this a lot and lose a trick that may have accidentally been there.
Yeah, because if you don't declare that, it's shop.
If you don't
Fold
declare
your
it, you
hand up
don't
and
get
see
it
you later.
because for all they know, you were going to throw 2 of dummy spades on the diamonds.
Yep.
So you can't. It's a nice opponent may give it to you, but they're certainly under no obligation. And
Have you met
you're
any nice
not entitled
opponents
to the trick.
recently?
Gavin is super nice about these things.
I agree with that. I've
He's-
seen him.
He's been against me, and I kind of claimed something lazily. He said, "Oh no, I'm getting squeezed. It's one more," and that's not something he has to do.
I feel
So
like
kudos to him.
some like Cran is like that too in a way.
Probably, yeah.
I like that. That winning and you don't need to win in any way but the right way. I feel like.
No, and you might
Respect
treat this
that.
event differently. When I remember this happening, it was at a regional and kind of a
Yeah, it wasn't the last
Early
board
knockout,
down
yeah.
1 in the Vanderbilt.
no. I'm not saying he would be different, but yeah,
No, I
it
agree.
wasn't.
That's the other thing. Golf is a game like that too. You see a guy that just I I touched my ball or the ball moved. It's just taking the hit and being ethical.
But they're continuing to play, so
Yeah, so
Yes, they're going. I mean, there's no reason not to, really. You might as well. But North's hand is just good. They're just going to keep ace of clubs and hearts, I would think. They won't void themselves in spades. You rarely do you want to void yourself, because then if Declare had like king jack, whatever, it doesn't help you. You just tell Declare how the suit is. You're going to have to follow into the ace anyway.
yeah.
all right. Other table just finishing board 19, it looks like.
All right, so we're only a board behind.
Yeah, amazing still. I think the quote I heard was that if there's a slow play penalty to be given, it's given to Greco, even if he's not playing in the match. I think that might have been your quote, but
This is not, I did
it
not
wasn't
say
your quote.
this,
Okay.
although he is known for being quite deliberate at times.
They're 2 boards ahead of, or a board and a half ahead of this table, and
Okay, so
there it is.
I'm
0
sure he took
imps.
his 2 spades and North claimed. Once that threw a heart, North knew their hearts were good.
All right. So we see the other table played 2 spades,
1, 2.
down 1, and they just completed that board basically on the right.
It's a close contract. So Declare would have 5 spade tricks, a club, and a heart. Do they get a diamond in time is sort of the question, to like throw a heart away.
Mm.
Sort of seems to be what it comes down to. If the defense doesn't give them anything, maybe it will go down.
And this is just going to go a spade or no trump 2 spades. It's looks like the most normal auction.
I mean, there's a case for North to double, but their partner's a passed hand, and they don't have 4 in any of the suits. You'd like to show something before the opponent steal from you, but I don't really. Well,
he
North did double.
He doubled.
Now, I noticed Hampson didn't double, but I think they opened basically every 11 count, and maybe some with even less. So their partner is really more limited.
You at the other table, yeah, they
Yeah.
didn't double actually, so
Right.
that makes sense.
I mean, this is not crazy. I think it probably is a minority action.
It's interesting with 4 spades. You don't expect this to happen. At least with my students, I would never tell them to double with this. It's just because
I
they're
like
getting,
people-
getting into
I think
trouble.
in Poland they tend to make more of these doubles.
Yeah.
But non-vulnerable too. Sure.
I mean,
that what you said,
I
Raj? I'm
try to
sorry.
teach
No,
people.
I said it's sort of a Polish double, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors you consider. It's better to double 1 club than 1 spade because you're lower.
Sure.
What's
Yeah.
the vulnerability? Is partner passed hand? Even having the queen of spades instead of another queen is not as good.
But you're right, Josh. I mean, you have a 13 count. It might just be your hand, and you're
Maybe
losing the option now.
They just bid their 5-card suit and you make it. I mean, it can happen all the time.
Question is, will South continue to 3 diamonds here? Or 3
North
clubs.
certainly will pass. If there was ever a time to pass, this was it. Now will South bid again? Maybe.
That's what I mean, South, not
I
North.
mean, especially they don't know their partner has 4 spades. They think the opponents are really in a fit here.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they have another option with their 4-card club suit to suggest here.
It's
Is
sort
it
of an
gonna
argument
happen?
against the double, even when it's quote unquote right.
Yeah.
Partner does the wrong thing
Yeah.
because you don't have quite what they expect.
Now you turn a win into or a push into possible loss here, potentially. And gentlemen, I need 2 moments here. Will you take over the?
Only 2.
Sure.
Okay. Quick break for Rob. So will South bid or not? Not really sure, to be honest. Pretty close.
They bid,
They did.
and it's because they think that
The opponents
the
have
opponents have
at least 8 spades,
at least 8 and perhaps 9.
right? And if they had 9, they would
if they
just
have 9, it's like auto to compete
right.
to the 3 level, and even if they have 8, it seems like you should compete.
Mm-hmm. So how will this do if? So they have a diamond loser, 2 spades, heart and a club off the top. The queen of spades might become good if the defense doesn't do something about it quickly. So if West leads a high spade, I don't know what their carding is. If their carding is upside down, count and attitude, you won't be able to tell who has the singleton. If it's standard, you will be able to tell the East has the singleton.
Mm-hmm.
And if East has the singleton, it's not even clear what you do then. you might want to do something like lead the jack of spades at trick 2 to try and rough out the queen rather than play king jack, and they could play low from dummy.
Right.
But here you would pick up partner's trump trick.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's a 3-card trump suit that's gonna rough. So
And so it looks like West might want to switch to hearts, but that's very hard to know looking at the West hand. That you don't know partner has the queen of hearts. Could be South with the queen and partner with the jack. So it's really not clear what to do at trick 2. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised to see a club, which partner could have ace queen. Just get a rough quickly.
club's probably not a bad thing for the declarer, yeah?
Right, but you're right, it's not. But the other suits look pretty dangerous for West.
Right.
It kind of looks like the safest.
It looks like the safest thing, but it turns out that a club probably helps the declarer. I mean, the South did bid clubs.
That's
So,
true.
yeah.
I mean, it's true. It's hard to say what they should do. In a way, all 4 suits look bad. And we don't even know if West can tell who has the singleton spade, so it's very hard to know what they're thinking. I mean, just on the auction, you might think South more likely has it because they're competing, but it's not a sure thing at all. Very hard to know. I mean, it's just, all the suits just look so bad. You don't want to play king then jack of spades because they won't play the queen. They'll play low from dummy,
Right.
draw some trumps, and save their queen to get rid of their heart.
Yeah.
Maybe you try a heart on the basis that if the hand is like this, it's like if South had queen doubleton, it'd be going away anyway. So you might try it on that sort of thought, but it looks very, very risky too. I don't know. This is a hard hand to defend. I mean, if you could see all the hands, you'd play a heart. You would just get it set up. And you'd have them down. A heart, 2 spades, a diamond, and a club. Well, West has a very tough play at trick 2. Not at all clear what they're
Everything,
gonna do.
I mean, West feels like they end played in every suit, basically.
Oh, and they did. They went 3 clubs, 3
I'm-
diamonds. Okay.
I'm not
Yeah.
surprised they played a club. I mean, they're sort of hoping it's just a position where
Right.
it wouldn't cost anything. Even here, it could be picked up, right?
Sure.
And so all it really cost was a guess. And if East didn't have the jack, or if East had something like ace, jack, 10, something like that. Maybe
Chris,
even
you let me know if they said anything bad about me. You can type it right in the chat.
So now what does East do? Do they try to give partner a club rough? Do they switch to hearts in case it's something like this? It's a little easier for East to play a heart than West, but still not clear cut at all.
There's a question in the chat. Could you explain why, if it's queen X of hearts in South, it's going away anyway? Wouldn't a heart below a trick?
Well, my
It's
point
queen
was the
X.
queen of spades might eventually become good to throw the heart
Gotcha.
away. But actually, we don't even know their carding. Maybe you know, Rob. So we didn't know if West could tell who had the singleton spade.
I think they play standard carding, right? Is that?
If they do, then West knew East had the singleton
Someone
spade.
said that earlier. That's the only reason I'm saying that. So I'm not certain
I'm
that's
not,
true.
I mean, I could look up their convention card they use at some world championship or something.
I'm trying to think that I've never had them in the event I was in.
I assume they'll play the king here because if they finessed and West had a third trump, they
Right.
could get a club rough.
Mm.
But East could have 4 diamonds also and not split.
Oh, it was got to have some time with Josh actually in Denmark as we were captaining some of the U.S. teams for the World Championships. That was a lot of fun.
We were captain buddies. There was a lot of captain camaraderie.
It was a great captain's table for the U.S. teams, I think.
Absolutely.
And it must have been fun for you to see a couple of your good buddies ship a World Championship also.
I have the proud distinction of saying 2 of those players were my partners for periods of time.
Yep.
Kevin Bathurst and Adam Kaplan.
Oh, I didn't know about Adam Kaplan, actually.
We
Oh,
played nationals together for a year or 2.
great
We
guys.
were nominated for Best Bid Hand whatever award
Nice.
to IBPA. For 2 hands, actually. They combined them into one because they were kind of similar.
Oh, I thought that team was terrific because it was Eddie Wold, who had never won a trials and one of the older players, and then Finn on the other side of things. It
Right.
was a
According
great
to Eddie,
makeup.
he's the oldest player ever to win the Bermuda Bowl. But Finn is not the youngest, I'm told.
No, it was Dutch guy or what? Who was it? No, it was Medalla.
Medalla.
I think. Or no?
Was it?
Klukowski.
Was
Oh, it was
Bobby,
Kulkowski. You're right.
Yeah,
it was
I think it was
Kulkowski.
Kulkowski.
It was. It was Medalla at some point, maybe, or no?
Bobby Levin did pretty young too, didn't he?
Definitely,
Yeah.
but not the youngest. Kulkowski, I think, is absolutely right.
Still young. He got me good yesterday. He opened one no trump on a hand with the 6-card minor and 13 points, and I just never figured it out. Maybe I should have. I think I played it pretty badly when I ended up declaring.
Welcome to the world that I live in.
You
All right,
just
so
can't trust anyone anymore.
what's the result going to be on this one, boys?
Well,
So
They're
what?
losing-
What do we? What?
West
what
has to
more-
play a heart here. I mean, if West doesn't play a heart, it's going away on the Queen of Spades eventually.
Right.
That's basically what this comes down to. I mean, as the cards are, I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
So assuming he plays a heart, they're going to get one more heart.
well, if let's say he played the other high spade, I think there's still time to play the heart because East has a trump left, and you can't get back to dummy if you draw the trump. So that's a possibility. Like maybe if you play the high spade and East can somehow encourage hearts, you might. It's not too late in that case.
right.
It's hard to know what West is deciding to do.
All right, Chris has a look at the Levin Weinstein convention card from the
Standard
trials.
down, upside down attitude.
that sounds familiar.
That means he doesn't know.
Well, is it counter attitude on partner's ace lead? I don't even know. That's why I don't play this. Okay, so clearly he knows partner has a singleton spade if he's doing this. Believes anyway.
Right.
Okay, and this makes sense because now if South had the Queen of Hearts,
That clears
He'd
out
be
that
okay.
trick. Magic.
actually if South had the Queen of Hearts, they might still squeeze West in that case.
Standard attitude on ace lead if rough is possible or against no trump and we haven't shown length. That is Krish, our system guru, and that's +4 imps to nickel.
So is rough possible when West showed 6 spades and dummy has 4? Actually, I've gone through a lot of these agreements with Bill, who I play with, Bill Bailey,
Uh-huh.
and it turns out to be way more complicated than you would realize. We were trying to figure out when our trick 1 play was suit preference, and it was trying to be when we know we're not continuing. Like let's say, but dummy has a singleton's a standard case, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So then you'd say if you led an ace and dummy had king double,
King, queen, or king, yeah.
but maybe not even always then. You might, and then we got into all these other cases. What if dummy has king queen fourth and you've led the ace? Are we encouraging because we have jack fourth? It became a quagmire, I'm telling you. I never imagined how complicated it would be.
All right, so North starts with a heart on this hand. East has a beautiful hand for their spade overcall. And are you Q-betting with the West end?
Absolutely. I don't believe in downgrading the king instantly. You don't, between,
Talking about the king of hearts in front of
first
the
of all,
opening
East could
heart
have
there.
the ace,
There's
South
the
could have the
Q-bet.
ace.
Yep.
Right.
East could have the queen, East could have the jack, and they lead from the queen. You might not need the king. I just don't think you downgrade your hand early like this. And
Yep.
maybe if North rebid hearts, you start thinking about downgrading it.
So they're going to play 4 spades versus the other table that played 3-no, it looks like.
It's not impossible to get to 3-0. East could bid 3 hearts here to look for 3-0.
Sure.
And knowing their spades might run and protecting a king of hearts in partner's hand. We'll see.
Is that bothering you guys at all?
The noise
Okay,
out there?
perfect.
I'm okay.
No.
No, all right, magic.
Anyway, they're going to make 4 spades too. In fact, they have 4 diamond tricks with the
Oh,
jack 10 falling.
here's a little. Maybe it'll go 3-0 now, and he'll give that a shot.
Yeah. I think it's not unreasonable for East to look for 3-0. Now imagine South had a doubleton heart and was leading through the king, and then on the third round, the South had the jack. You're even in danger of losing a trump trick.
Other table playing a part score on board 21 at the moment. In fact,
Down to
that'll
9. I feel like it was
Yeah,
38 just like minutes ago, and with 1 board to go in the third quarter, and now it's down to 9 in like no time flat.
Yep.
Well, that 3-0 on the first board, the 4-3-3-1, that was just a, that was 12 you didn't see coming, right?
Yeah.
Well, then also we're in the midst of saying, oh, we're about to chop the hand, and then they just pair off and play 4 spades doubled instead, which also
Right. I mean,
Gave
this is
him a
why it's so
laugh.
hard to estimate. You never know what the other table's doing.
Yeah, we talk about this a lot when we do these. It's just when you're down and it's, maybe when it's super large, you're doing weird stuff. But in other spots, even a reasonable amount down, you're just playing normal bridge and hoping the results run your way, right? And your teammates are doing normal good stuff.
Yeah. I'm pretty confident West will bid 3 no trump here. I mean,
Right.
their partner bid clubs, the suit they're worried about, they have the king of hearts to protect, and they're 4-3-3. And East wouldn't have to pass anyway if they didn't want to. I'm a little
There it is.
surprised
No,
about
they
three
bid 3 spades, 4 spades. Interesting.
I really expected 3 no trump, but this is going to make with pretty easy. In fact, it's going to make 5 with the jack 10 of diamonds falling.
Right. You're just going to lose the 2 heart tricks, right?
Yeah. Well, if you look at the winners, you'll take 6 spades, a club, and 4 diamonds.
And the 9 of diamonds is going to be a tasty pitch for one of those clubs, and the ace will be the other, because jack 10 thirds in the north hand. This won't take too long, you hope.
Another one of those situations, if you're ever claiming your contract, if the jack 10 fall, my 9's good. They come up.
It's going to be funny at some point. You're going to forget to do that during this, and you're going to come up and tell me the story at the...
Now I probably jinxed it, so I'm sure.
So I told someone, I probably said this a few days ago, it's been a while since I've, been sick, and someone said that to me today, and I said, well, good luck with that. Here come the 2 heart tricks. Other tables still, now we might have a chance to catch up to the other table. As you can see right above us on the upper right-hand corner of your screen, they are on board 21. We're going to play 30 boards, and we're going to find out who's winning. And I'm guessing by the time we get to board 28, 29, we should be able to get a good sweat on those results and see who
Switch
is
to
moving on.
Now this switch might be because they don't know if South has 2 or 3 heart. Actually, in the Polish leads, you lead low from a doubleton.
Correct.
Middle from 3, but it could have been
Ooh,
8-7
interesting.
doubleton. So North couldn't tell. I mean, they could have still just given the rough if it was a doubleton, but they don't. If South has 3, then they don't want to make the king of hearts good.
It is super weird to lead low from doubletons. So
In Poland, it's completely standard.
I know, it's amazing.
I've played these leads actually in several partnerships, and
Did
they
you
work.
always
they work
remember
very
them?
well. No, remembering them is not the problem, but they worked really well. You sort of naturally unblock some suits when you lead middle from 3. Like it's like king 10 third.
King 10 third,
Yeah.
king 9 third.
Yeah,
Interesting.
all kind of stuff.
So at the other table, we can finally be on the same board here. It looks like a strong club by North, a 1 heart overcall, and then a 3 heart preemptive raise by West, and that's where they bought it. Guessing the pass by South had some systemic agreement over.
Usually it's either weak or a hard stack.
Got it.
This looks like the weak.
Yeah, and North can
This is a Polish
comfortably
club.
pass. Playing
East wants to
precision
do
at least.
something, so 1 heart also.
18.
Yeah, two 1 heart overcalls with 4 card suits, but very good 4 card suits and obviously excellent hands. So
I mean, East might try a little off-kilter double also. It's
actually,
possible.
let's ask the audience. We might as well bring them in. In fact, I'm going to give you all a bid box, and if you want, and you guys here, if you have your phones, if you go to bidbox.xyz, there's a question there for you. So jump on in, go to bidbox.xyz, make your bid. What would you do with the East hand after it went a club to you?
What would you do with the North hand now? You want to show extras, but you have queen of the heart. South didn't
Actually,
show anything.
we can pivot to that. No one's bid yet. What do you do with the North hand now? A club, a heart, pass, 3 hearts to you. Make your call. Make your call, Josh. Do you have your phone?
Do I do it on the phone or can I tell you?
Oh, someone passes.
I think I would pass. I mean, South already.
I could double. I would double.
I think
You
to
would
myself, South, either they're very weak is one possibility. If they're not, they don't have 4 spades. They don't have a heart stopper. This is Polish club, so it's different. But if I'd open a minor, they couldn't have raised my minor.
Someone's getting
I'm
the
really
director
just trying
call
hard
to the
to get
table.
to 4 of the other minor if I double, I think.
Mm-hmm.
All right, pass, double.
Certainly possible, though.
Someone wants to retroactively go back and bid 1 no trump. Bid box will let you do anything you want, folks.
Okay, so which one am I answering?
What do you do with North? What are you doing? I think the 1 no trump answer might have been what you overcall. Maybe that's what you were
we
thinking
gave 2
about
at
there.
once. Skewed the results.
Yeah, this was a bad poll by me. I tell you what, let's send another one out there.
I'll tell you a little strategy playing against Polish club.
Yep.
If you have a strong no trump and they open 1 club, it's a very good idea to pass because usually they're gonna a club, a diamond, something, get to 1 no trump, showing a weak no trump, and then you can double it.
Nice. That's super cool, actually. And that's what
club,
comes with playing a
usually
lot of expert bridge.
A club, a diamond, negative, like 0 to 6 or something, and then then they show weak no trump and you double.
Right.
And
They either bid 1-0 or they go a heart of spade 1-0 if it's artificial. You double.
Yeah, that's the experience of just playing a lot of high level bridge right there.
Yeah.
Just knowing
Or if
that.
they happen to have a balanced 18-19, they show that. Maybe
Right.
maybe 1-0 right away shows that, but now you can just stay out of it.
Sure. And now you've dodged a bullet in that way as well.
Yeah.
Just by not agreeing.
So North did double.
North
3
did
spades.
double. They bid 3 spades, which
I mean, it's a playable contract, but it's not anything to write home about.
And at the other table, you can see they did just play 3 hearts with the East-West cards in their 4-4 fit. And it looks like that is...
Well, North had opened a strong club at the other table, so they weren't tempted to act again because their partner knew they had a good
Right,
hand.
because their hand was more face up for them. And it looks like
That
this
would have been an
is
obvious pass at the other
right,
table, I think.
right.
trending towards down 1, it looks like, on the double dummy.
So, this really just comes down to the spades, right? You kind of, well, you need some luck. If you played ace and ran the 10 of spades,
You're good.
that would work pretty
Get some
well
luck, yeah.
because spades are 3-3 and the jack's on. But if either of those was not the case, you might be in some trouble
Mm.
on the defense playing another heart.
And you're vulnerable, so it can get out of hand pretty quickly here.
You
Right?
also might misguess the spade. West showed a weak hand, and East, you know, at this point has overcalled a 4-card suit, so they're probably pretty strong. It just happens that the king of spades is the
That's
one card
a
West
really
has.
good point. In fact, they just claimed it off. 3 hearts down 1.
At the other table.
At the other
Oh, excuse
table.
me. Sorry.
the other
I'm
table.
looking at the
Yeah, no,
I was like,
this,
that shocked me for a second. I'm like, wait a second. They changed the contract also? What happened?
Getting to 3 spades over 3 hearts was a
There
pretty
we
big law of total tricks violation. Competed on the
Absolutely.
7-card fit over the 8-card fit. But they
Well,
thought they had 9 hearts anyway.
They thought they had they thought there was a 9-card fit there, and it turns out which by the way is often happens when you make a 4-card overcall, right? That your opponents compete.
Yeah, I think sometimes it's a
Although
race to which
correctly.
side will misjudge
Right.
last.
Right.
'Cause then
I
you-
mean, your partner will compete more, but then your opponents will compete more, and you'll probably just both end up too high.
Probably, yes.
And the question is who steps off the escalator
Right.
at that point.
They're playing ace, king, queen of clubs. They don't want to deal with the trumps, basically.
Interesting.
Whoa, what
Hello.
happened there? Give me a second, folks. Our tables just went bye-bye. Let's get back to this table. How about that? Okay, back in action there. And one more time over here.
West plays a diamond, which solves the diamond problems
There
anyway.
we go, folks. Not sure
They're
what
still
that
gonna
was,
be worried
but
about the
we're
trump. So
back.
East could win the ace and play the jack of clubs. It looks kind of natural. I think it's another trump trick by force, because if South roughs, well, no, if they rough low and get over roughed by the 6, then they can pick up all the trumps. But if they rough higher
If they
than
rough with the 9,
that, and it goes king, then the
Right.
jack 7-4 becomes a trick.
Chris is bringing up something that Joe Gru talked about is he likes making the 4-card overcall when he has length in the opener suit.
If you've ever read Mike Lawrence's book on overcalls, he talks about that, because the idea is if you're long an opener suit, partner might be short and have support for you. It's an interesting fact I learned a long time ago. It's not true if opener suit is clubs, because if they open a club and you're long in clubs, the main effect of that is that declarer has short clubs and a balanced hand and is actually long in the suit you're overcalling.
Interesting.
Bridge is weird.
Yeah, it is.
So it's if they open a diamond or a heart, it's true though. The club-
Bronia says she can say this. Joe did this against her, and she completely misdefended. He had 6 of her suits. So. Confirmation. Thanks, Bronia.
So now they did rough 9 and get over roughed, and you can see the jack 7 becomes a trick now.
Yeah.
Assuming East is watching the spots, as I imagine Bobby Levin is.
Yeah, he's probably pretty good at that.
so this is down.
It wouldn't matter if
2.
if he didn't cover it, wouldn't matter anyway. They'd
Yeah.
have to play the king of diamonds.
And he roughs it. Yeah, exactly. All right,
Yeah.
nickel
So-
down 3,
Wow.
or did they already update it? Is it 9 or is it 3 now?
No, it's 3.
It's
Yeah.
3.
Holy cow, we're watching
Yeah.
it, gents.
Well,
And
that just looked like it was not going to go well competing to the 3 level in spades.
Yeah, I think the if you double as north, the one way it could work is if south is like 5 or 6 of the other minor, and you get to it. Otherwise, I think you probably tend to get
You
too high.
Yeah.
So at the other table, as you can see, it went a no trump Stamen by West, 3 diamonds by North, and we saw a double and then a pulled the 3-0 trump there.
Just kept them from
Doubles
finding
take
their
out
heart
for
fit
sure.
via Smolin.
Yeah, they blocked him right out of it.
And now, isn't 3-0 just down? The North's diamonds are good, and they're getting in with the heart.
Yep. See you later.
In fact, they'll probably play the queen here. They know they can't let North in. They have to hope that South has
There
a
it
queen.
was. There it was. Yeah, exactly like you said. Bye-bye.
So this 3 diamond just won a game swing single-handedly by Jeff Hampson.
And let's see what happens at this table. Here we go.
He's very
Same
smart
start.
because you don't think your side has game after the no trump, and if it happens they have game, you'll mislead them about your hand and take up their space at the vulnerability. 2 diamonds. Of course, you would at least bid 2 diamonds, which is kind of a normal bid,
Yeah.
and it gets you the lead, but it doesn't really get in their way very well. North bid 3 diamonds
There
here
we
as well.
go. Will it be the same shakeout? I mean, West
Maybe,
doesn't really
maybe
have.
instead of double, it should be like, should 3 spades still be Smolin at this point?
That's what I was going to ask you. Actually, is that a reasonable agreement to have
Sure,
here?
but
don't
you might.
think?
I can't imagine most partners haven't discussed it, to be honest.
I mean, you treat 3 diamonds as that's your partner's response, right? Question is his partner going to know you're smolining if you haven't discussed this situation?
And then do you want to risk it?
Yeah.
I mean, you could try 3 hearts, try it that way, and if partner bids 3 spades, well, no, you can't even do that. I was thinking it doesn't even work because East could have 4 card majors here.
Yeah. Although, yeah, that's right, because it's 3. Yeah.
Look,
there
the
you go.
exact same thing
There
is
you go.
happening.
Exact same thing, and they're gonna
So
probably
it's
push.
same thing, right?
Well, you could play a spade to dummy and lead the queen of hearts, right?
3, 6.
This is a
Yes.
definite possibility. So I don't. But the thing is, the 3 diamond bid is so deceptive about how the hearts are lying. You don't think North is this strong.
right.
Another good reason to bid 3 diamonds.
It does
right?
exist the
You're hiding
possibility
this.
of making.
Yep.
Unless South does something just super bizarre here. Some
I mean, they're
people
gonna
are
lead
like,
the
I'm
diamond.
not leading if I have a
South will
singleton.
lead a diamond.
Yeah.
Your poor partner just took their life in their hands.
Well,
to bid
also,
diamonds.
here's the thing: when you have this hand and you're worried about you have a singleton or partner suit, just remember what suit is good in your hand and how you get into it. Leave
Because
it.
if partner has good spades too, you're playing
Yeah.
the opponents to have like both a doubleton spade or something. I just don't see it. Think how 9 and dummy, and the diamond was beating it. Oh, sorry, partner. You should have. If you bid spades, I would have led diamonds. But you bid diamonds, I led spades.
Read a book.
Yeah. That's what I say when I'm being snarky. I overcall hearts and they lead a club. Well, if I'd bid clubs, would you have led hearts?
When you're being snarky, don't you
never
just wake up
happened before.
snarky? Isn't that kind of like the way? All right, so 3-0 trump down 2, and it looks like much the same is going to happen here.
Unless something really weird happens.
Yeah.
Well, unless they take the view in hearts.
Well, yeah, I
Right,
mean, the
unless
hard
you-
play, you're right.
Well,
is-
I mean,
is-
look, maybe they.
it seems like they're destined to get it wrong after 3 diamonds, though.
I mean, I could.
But maybe they think. Okay, so they get it wrong. Then what? It's not like.
It kind of smells like they have an entry, doesn't it?
Yeah, because a club is an alternative, you mean?
Well, I
Like,
just
why
mean
aren't
he's
they
just setting
switching?
up his suit without a care in the world.
Yeah.
He probably thinks he's getting in is your instinct. Although here he doesn't even know the king of hearts is an entry. Maybe a club would be an alternative. If North didn't have an entry, maybe South would have good enough clubs to make it's something you'd at least have to think about.
Yeah. Yeah, because if North doesn't have an entry, South has some extra
Right.
displace there as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I mean, finessing the heart is kind of safe, right? Right. That South's his safe opponent. What's South?
I mean,
gonna play?
leading the queen to South.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, there's not automatically because for one thing, North could have Jack third, and you've actually
could.
created it.
Yeah,
And the other possibility is if it lost to the king, and South played another spade, it's
yeah,
your entry in
Now
case
you're
South had king
cratered,
Jack third of
yeah.
hearts.
right.
So it's certainly, I'm not even saying it's the right play, and certainly not automatic. It's just a play that exists that could make.
Because and what Josh is saying, he has to use a spade to get.
That's obviously
yeah.
And so say South had king Jack third, and you could afford to lose 2, let's say.
right.
But the problem is South could win the queen with the king and play another spade, and you don't have an entry to the hearts anymore. So I think they'll get it wrong also, but who knows?
I think they only have 8 tricks, Bronia, if you're saying they're cold anyway, right? Unless they take 2 spade finesses. I mean, double dummy, they're cold right now. but-
Right, you finesse spades, twice finesse clubs.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. But
Yeah.
no one's going to do that.
If we were,
If one of those spade finesses doesn't work, then you strand all the spades.
For that matter, it's probably more tricks because after all that, North is strip squeeze.
Yeah.
You could put them in to lead away from their king of hearts. Just really show them what's what.
ouch. So the other table, as you can see right above me here, that's the other part. Still waiting to play board 23, and that just from my players are a couple tables still playing board 22. You want to? Are they cold? Are we missing something?
What I noticed that, but why would he do that? What if Seth
That's
had the